Hey guys. Well, there's three people here. Kole has not arrived yet. I know that he was live with someone. I can't remember who he said he was going to be live with, but yeah, he's not here yet. So we'll bring him in when he shows up. What's everybody doing? Or just the three of us? Guys, I'm really getting upset with this whole internet thing. It's telling me that I don't have very good internet. Carlos R. Oh, I just realized that I spelled just wrong. I don't know how because the U and the E keys are quite far apart on the keyboard. So Spitfire's here, Top Dog's here. Tubular backdrop. I've been trying to find some cool ones. I like this one. I am a Star Wars geek. And I was going to show you guys like somebody was telling me, "Oh, I don't think you needed that much light. It doesn't make that much of a difference." Check this out, guys. Look at how much a difference that light makes. Just those two. Yeah. So that's is that the one that you were working on there, Ethan? I can do that for you. $20 a knife. That's what you guys as paying members pay. That's something that that's one of those benefits that I've set up for them. Let's start harassing Kole. I'm gonna text him. My neck itches. I gave the dog a bath. Had no intention of having to take a shower. I'd already taken a shower, and I'm like, I don't need to take a bath. I gave the dog a bath, and immediately realized that I had to take a shower because the dog was filthy, and the dog got shit all over me. How is the feed? It's not choppy or nasty or anything. I'm just curious. Let's see here. Matthew Clay, what's going on? Let me hey, Budget. Yeah, I saw you were in here. I didn't know if you'd come back because you were directing people towards Tactical Everyday Dad and Pete and those guys. About the sharpening. Okay. That phone is on Do Not Disturb after like 5 p.m. So I had a guy that contacted me today, and he was like, "Hey, says that you do sharpening. I'm in Chula Vista." Is like, "Where are you at? I want to bring this stuff by." I was like, "Okay, well, hang on a second. Let's slow down a little bit because I want to know what you want me to sharpen, and I want to know." He wanted me to sharpen mulcher blades, and I was like, "Oh, that's outside of something I would do." I was like, "You need to find somebody with a portable grinder to do something like that because the angle's got to be right." I'm not going to take that job on. It looks fine. Okay. Let's see here. Where you at? I have an Ohio question for him. He said he might be a few minutes late, but he said 10. What is this? Offended Gas. Nah, I like your channel more. I advertise. Oh, I don't understand what we're talking about. What are you talking about? The budget guy. Oh, I got you. No, that was cool. I just didn't have time to do it. I've been so busy. It's been hectic. Two things are going on. One, I'm going through another one of those spells where I just can't sleep. It's been like 3 days. I'm gonna sleep tonight, I'm telling you. And I went over and told the neighbors. I was like, "Look, your dogs are barking, and they bark all the time. It typically doesn't bother me. If these dogs are barking tonight, I'm calling the fucking cops because I want to sleep tonight." Oh, that's what you said. What knife is it, Ethan? What knife is it? This wasn't false advertising. I told Kole. He said he was going to be done at 10 his time, which is 7 my time, and it's 7:30. Do you know by chance if the posts for the back barrel spacers on a Super Freak come out of the scales? They should, but I don't know. I've never taken one apart. I'll tell you something that I've been carrying. The video goes up. The video goes up tomorrow. I've been carrying this. This is that Bastinelli. What is it? The Acheron Bastinelli La Sanction. This is a nice little knife. I've been carrying this in my pocket for a couple days. ZT6. God, they're so thick. Yeah, I'll do it. It's not a problem. I'll take care of it. I mean, shit. I took the chip out and replaced the tip on that. Oh, what was it? That Spyderco. It's still over here. That Spyderco that I did the tip on. I would say they should come apart. They should come out. Like, does anybody know? Matthew Clay was asking. So the backspacers, the posts for the backspacers on Super Freak, if they come out of the scales, the problem is if you take them, if you try to take them out, even if they do come out and you screw them up with like a pair of pliers or something, you're going to have a hard time getting them back in. Carried your sea snake every day since you got it. That's cool. That's cool. Took apart and cleaned it. My first assisted knife at ZT at that. Ethan fudged it up. I don't know. Ooh. I don't know. Maybe I did lie. Maybe Kole isn't coming. I figured he said, let me see. What did he say here? Okay, what time is it on the East Coast right now? Hang on a second. I have the wealth of human knowledge at my fingers. What time is it in Ohio?
It's 10:37 p.m. in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, he said that he was going to be, I can hop straight on into your stream at 10, maybe 10:05, so I can grab a beer. Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Maybe he fell asleep. Maybe we're just going to do this by ourselves. I don't know. We'll see. He showed up late the last time. I figured 30 minutes is. What was this? Yeah, I saw that you'd done some boxes there, Sinister. Yeah, I just asked Siri. I have the wealth of human knowledge at my fingertips. They come out. I figured they would. Is that a liner lock with scales? I can't remember. Because if it's a liner lock with scales, you should be able to take the scales off and then maybe use a small punch and tap them out. Yeah, you sent me the link. You tagged me in your post of you tagged me in your post that you put up. I am actually drinking an adult beverage tonight. I'm going to have several. I think that'll help me sleep. I've been so I told a bunch of the folks in a group chat, in a group DM this morning. I was like, yeah, I'm doing that thing again. And this is it. Typically it only happens a few times a year, but it's happened twice this month where I'll just go 2 to 4 days without sleeping. I'm on day 3 and I'm not safe. Like I was going to try and go up to Bob Turzavola's place today. And I was like, I'm not safe to drive. Like I got up this morning and I was like, I walked into the kitchen. I was like, why is it so hot in the kitchen? I'd left one of the burners on the stove, like on really low. I'd turned it way down instead of turning it off. I just turned it way down. Didn't turn that off. I left the water on for like 10 minutes in the kitchen sink. And then I put my daughter's plant in the microwave because it's in a coffee cup and almost microwave my daughter's plant. I'm like, you know what? Because I had been up all night. I just laid in bed. I was like, I'll just lay here. I'm not going to get up. And then I was like, I'm not safe to drive right now. That's why I didn't mail anything out today. But I had a sneaking suspicion I'm going to sleep tonight. Was this ended up getting 2 knives, by the way. You know, you two are going to give me, I bought the aluminum and carbon fiber mini freak. I don't know. Here's the thing. The mini freak's a nice knife. So I can't really say too much. It's not a bad knife at all. I really do like it. That's one of those exceptions to my Benchmade thing. And like I said, I own Benchmades. I won't pay what Benchmade wants. Hey, Sean's here. What's up, Sean? How's it going? How you like that Norseman? Are you starting to see why I carry mine on a daily? Are you seeing why it's like my go-to day-to-day carry, Sean? Guys, I apologize if I'm snorting and everything. I've got allergies, something fierce. It has rained. It has rained and rained and rained, and we have the yard with all the trees and shit in the backyard. And I'm like, oh, it's the plant orgy. So, hey, that's where everybody was at. Jared was ending. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Kole. He's been off. He said he was going to be on until 10. So, yeah, it's fire. I dig the Norseman. I really am liking it. I don't know. Possibly there. Breeze. He was doing a live feed with someone else from 9 to 10. And he said he'd be off at like 10:05, have time to get a beer, and then he'd show up. And I'm like, bro, it's like 10:40. It's well past that. Maybe we should call him. Chaz likes sharp objects. Welcome. Projects with Paul. He's probably giving a mustache right. I just love playing with the access lock. If somebody else has a better lock, tell me. I like. I like the shark lock on the 80/20 better. That's no, I don't like the actual. God, I put my knife case. Hang on a second. Let me get my knife case closer so I can reach down and grab things. I slid it so far away after I did the live feed last time and cleaned up. And guys, on Monday after we did the live feed, I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep. I already knew 100% I wasn't going to be able to sleep. So I filmed the video you guys saw today, Monday night, after the you hate the 80/20.5. That's just because you screwed it all up. That's why. Who was that said? Somebody here said, almost got a Norseman today, huh? Somebody told me, it's like, oh, you're going to carry that Norseman for a while and then get rid of it. And I was like, I don't think I'm ever getting rid of that. But I like the fidgetability of the Axis lock. And it's like Axis, like AXIS, I think. Holy crap! Jared's here. Cowbell, please. Well, just because you asked. I think we're going to have to call him. Here, let me put him on speed. Let me call him. Put him on speaker here. Let's see. Clang, 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 clang. Calling Kole. See what's going on here. I did this to Jared one time in his live feed. I hope he's still live.
Hi, you've reached Kole with Meridian Capstone Insurance. I am away from my phone or my desk right now. If you could leave me a quick message with your name, your phone number, and a general idea of what I should call you back in regards to, that would be excellent. I look forward to talking to you. Thanks. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message.
That's
When
just-
you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Hey, bro, you're going to need to change that voice. You're going to need to change that with the voice recorder if you're going to have a voice message like that. But hey, where are you at? You said you're going to be done at 10. It's almost 11 your time. So I sent you a link already. Everybody's listening. Everybody's watching. They want to know where you're at. There we go. Sorry, I wasn't looking here. I'm looking for a Nimble or a Brian Brown Jaeger. If anyone has one they're trying to sell. Hey, I got one. I got one here. No problem. I'll sell it to you for like $30. The Nimble. It's not mine. It's Lefty's. He won't mind, right? He won't care. I wouldn't do that. I would never sell something. I will tell you that there was one time in all the... Hey, Maurice is here. So you only make sense when I'm around? I don't think you do. So I want a hot pocket. Hot pocket. I one time had 2 customers send me knives that were the same knife in 2 different configurations. So they were the Jason Brown. They were Jason Brown knives, or not Jason Brown, Jason Guthrie. They were the Jason Guthrie Scouts. And so I had one in carbon fiber and one in, I forget what else, but there were two separate Jason Guthrie Scouts from South Africa. And one guy sent me one. I managed to get them mixed up and sent one guy the other guy's knives. So they both had one. And I contacted them both and I was like, hey, I'm sorry, I'll pay you guys. Like, you send yours to him, he sends his to you. They got to talking in a group chat and wound up that they both liked the other knife better. And just like, hey, you know what? Just call them even trade. And I was like, what the hell? So by a happy little accident, I think there was one that was in G10, one that was in carbon fiber. And they got a mix. I got them mixed up and they were so happy with the other one's knife that they just are like, hey, don't worry about it. We're just going to do a trade. What is this? Neve's all right. I'm going to simp for Pete, Cedric and Ada. Pete's going to be on on Friday, this Friday. Yeah, I like Pete. I'm not gonna lie to you. Pete is one of the only YouTubers that I have like this fanboy thing. Like I'm just like, the fact he's coming on the show, I'm kind of starstruck. I love his channel so much because it's so much different than some of the other channels. And he's interesting. And now I talk to Pete like all the time on Instagram through DM, and it's really fun. I am going to tell you, we are going to get Bob Trezzuola on. We are going to get Bob Trezzuola on the channel. I already talked to him about it. We were going to do it a few weeks ago, but he had family in town or friends in town, and he was going out to dinner. So I'm going to talk to Bob and get it set up. Yeah, Bricky is Bricky is awesome. Did you guys see? Hey, there he is. Holy shit. Like I thought maybe he passed out. Like he was like, I don't want to go on. So here he is. Look who showed up. Look who finally decided to show up.
I'm in a lot of pain, man.
What happened?
Oh, here. Well, I'll show you. I'll show you the aftermath.
Uh-oh.
Nope, here, it's coming. That's the aftermath of the sauces.
Why?
We did the Hot Ones challenge. Worked our way up to about 500,000 Scovilles.
Well, that's just. I almost used one of them. I almost used that R word that is one of YouTube's no words.
That's really dumb, I think is what you were going to say.
Yeah, that's not what I was going to say, but it's along those
dumb.
lines. To quote one of my sharpening customers, one of my longtime YouTube subscribers and sharpening customers, he called me one time. He's like, hey man, I'm at the post office. He's like, I'm an idiot. He's like, I just realized I drove all the way to the post office with this stuff I'm sending you. I don't even have your address. He's like, I shouldn't be allowed to do things alone. And then we started this thing. He's like, I should have a state approved guardian.
Should I just go selfie mode from now on?
I don't want people vomiting.
Just like a crotch shot the whole time.
No, I'd prefer you didn't. But it looks like something's going on with your battery's almost dead.
Yeah. You can. It's literally off of a GoPro. Hold on. I'm switching cameras. Let me switch cams. I'm a multicam guy, you know.
What the hell?
Dude, I'm telling you, you get to a certain heat level in hot sauce, and you go through this kind of euphoric kind of acid trip feeling. You know what I mean?
Don't forget, I ate that chip. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, it just goes to my head, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. If you guys remember, I did the chip, the Pocky One Chip Challenge. What is that one? That one's like 2 million
or some shit. 3 million.
It's like between 2 and 5 million. And I ate it, and like I don't do great with. I stayed as stoic as possible when I did it. I thought I held on pretty good for as bad as I do with hot stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I had just blown a fat one. Like I felt like I just smoked a bowl.
Dude, I literally feel like I just cleared a fucking dab rig. That's how I feel. I'm in outer space, just like you, man.
What was this? Okay, Spanky, would you say it isn't the hottest shit around? One Chip Challenge is or isn't? I don't know which you're. Apparently,
there's like gummy bears or some kind of peanuts or some shit that's hot.
No, but I'm saying like it's the hottest chip, and I don't want anything hotter than that.
No, dude, no.
No, I have another chip. And I was thinking about doing it as a giveaway.
Oh, sick man, you sick man.
But the caveat is that the person has to eat it, and I know it is not the hottest thing out there, but it's the hottest chip, and I got news for you. It's pretty freaking hot.
If it's hotter than my, $500,000, wow. I am high as a kite.
Wow.
500,000 Scoville unit sauce. I don't want anything to do with it. I want nothing to do with it. By the way, I think that goes live next Friday. If you want to see me light myself on fire with Ray.
I thought you guys were going live.
No, it's a pre-recorded podcast.
Oh, okay. You like my background, bro?
I do. It's beautiful. That's why I said I feel like I'm in outer space, just like you.
So I had one that I was gonna use, but the guys last week kept fucking talking about some chick in the background. So this one has a potted plant, and if you look in this back corner, there's a potted plant, and everybody was like, "Hey, who's that chick in the corner?" I was like, "That's a plant, guys. Like,
that's a ficus.
That's a ficus." I like this one too. That one's pretty good.
I like this. I like this back here. This is nice.
I can't see it. That? Yeah, but see, I don't have that. I'm in a garage, so I use a green screen.
Right. I bought a green screen today. A big
one.
What
do you got there? What is that? Wait, hold it up again. Don't tell me. That is a Maxim Bowie. That is a Bowie knife made by Maxim, isn't
it? Wrong. Guess again, sucker.
Well, I have one it's the Armed Forces Bowie that they did for Maxim. It was a gift from somebody on Veterans Day. What is that one?
Can you see the shield? I thought the shield would give it away, but it's a Gil Hibben Kinpo Karate 2.
Okay, so it's the same knife. It's the same knife.
Is?
Maxim. Yeah, hang on a second. I'll grab it. I wanted to ask you. I have a question while I'm grabbing this. Quick question.
Yeah.
So this is an Ohio thing that I have to ask. I made this for supper last night.
You guessed it right, baby.
I hadn't.
How you doing, Jared?
I hadn't had it for years. There's a thing back where I'm from. Have you ever heard of Ralph's casserole?
Ralph's?
Yeah, as in a name, Ralph's. Ralphs.
No, sir.
Okay, so see, this is
it. Yeah, it's pretty close.
No, it's not pretty close. It's the same fucking thing.
No, this swedge up top is way longer.
Okay, I guess. But this was a
very similar, kind of painfully similar.
This was a gift.
I don't know.
This was a gift from the guy that ran the county VA back home in Ohio, and he sends little gifts every Veterans Day to all of us that served.
It's awful pretty. I gotta tell you, nice hollow
Anyway,
grind.
so-
It's actually pretty sharp. I'm kind of surprised.
So here's the thing. Okay, so Ralph's casserole, and this is you might know
Yes.
it by a different name. So it is a layer of sliced potatoes, a layer
Yeah.
of sliced onion, and then a
Okay.
layer of hey, that's the exact same thing I'm drinking.
High life, baby, the champagne of beers.
Got the champagne. But so it's a layer of onions, a layer of potatoes, a layer of onions, and then you take raw ground beef and you sprinkle it on top, salt, pepper, and garlic, and then you
Okay.
make another layer like that, and then you pour an entire can, one of the big family size cans, like 2 cans of Campbell's tomato soup on it, and then you add onions on top and put it in the oven for like an hour and a half, 2 hours till the onions are done. And it sounds so simple
Well,
that you like salt and pepper
promise
on the
you I've-
layers.
I promise you, I've had it before. It
It's
sounds
delicious.
eerily familiar.
And it's so simple. And like I said, it's something like I went back to some of these things that my grandmother used to do when we were on a farm and we just didn't have time for shit. And so I was like, oh, I should make a Ralph's casserole. I got some ground beef. So like a pound of ground beef, a bunch of onions, a bunch of potatoes. And I just did it. Salt and pepper on each layer. And
I have all of that. Dude,
Yeah.
that is such an Ohio thing. Just like, well, shit, what do we have in the pantry? All right, fucker, throw it all in a casserole dish and pop her in the oven.
It was delicious. And then I did that soup the other day. I don't know if you saw that Instagram post, which was the
Cue ball. Ding, ding, ding.
oh, hey, let me get my bell.
Also, Neebs, were you live today?
Yeah, he was on with Kevin. Lefty. He was on with Lefty
Oh.
EDC.
Oh, shit. Well, I was busy fucking up my lower intestines. Sorry. I
Yeah.
missed it.
Yeah. Oh, I made chicken soup so I had leftover chicken from a rotisserie
Yeah.
chicken. So I threw it all in a casserole dish. And then I put the Rotel hot with the habanero, a can of that and a can of original, and then some garlic and some paprika and onion and mustard seed and all that. And I let it cook for like 2 hours. Then I added like half a cup of cream to add some sweetness. And then I ate it like, it was delicious.
Well, I changed my voicemail. Adon, did you call me today? Looking for insurance?
Oh, no, you didn't get your voice message yet, did you? I left you a voicemail. And I was like, bro, if you're going to have a voicemail and I'm going to have access to your phone, you're going to have to re-record this with the voice changer. I left you a voicemail.
Yeah, I sound like I sound like a 6-year-old.
You sound like
their parents' phone.
You sound like that TikTok I sent you that I DM'd you that you saw earlier. I was like, is this you without the mustache or the voice changer?
Yeah. I saw that.
What does sound delicious? Like, I don't need a pilot.
We got autopilot, baby.
Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh, wrong movie reference. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, just because I need to share it with as many people as humanly possible. There it is.
I knew I was going to have to be subjected to that hideousness.
There it is. It's beautiful.
I will tell you that I have a Spyderco here at the house that if I was going to buy a Spyderco, it would be this exact knife.
This is the only Spyderco you'll ever need, pal.
No, it's definitely not that one. That one looks like that looks painful. That hurts my head just to even look at it.
It is painful to operate. Like it
looks like it.
It causes physical pain to actuate it.
You know what? There was another knife that was a lot like that. It just didn't have the big ring on the back. It was real similar to that, and it was probably designed by the same guy. Hey, Cole, check it out. Look.
What do you got?
Wait, look.
What? What are you making? What are you doing? A dance party?
No, I got some actual lights for the studio.
Hey-o. You need diffusers. You got too many shadows. You need
diffusers.
diffusers.
No, it's because it's because of the way I've got them set. I don't have them set up the right way. They have diffusers on them. I've just got them too close together, and they're bouncing off the bill of my hat. Gotcha. They're great though, like because I have overhead light when I'm filming the overhead for a knife video. It's great because I've got light in like 360 degrees. I got light coming from the sides and above. So
I'm gonna start bottom lighting myself. Pretend like I'm going to tell a scary story.
You're going to start lighting your bottom. That sounds like it might be painful.
Excuse me?
That's exactly the lights I have.
Yeah, dude, these little dinky ones off of Amazon. They're great.
I got them. They're great. They work great. If I get like 2 more, my wife's gonna murder me because she'll be like, "Why is the electric bill so high?
Why?
Why you have so many light? Nobody wants to see you."
You ugly. Nobody want to see you.
her whole family watched. They watched the live feed. They rewatched the live feed of me eating the chip, and everybody was laughing and stuff. And I was on FaceTime with them, and my father-in-law was like just sitting there. He's like, "No, nonde sore no baka no toko wa surega shita." He's like, "Why did that stupid dude do this? Like, why'd your stupid husband do this?" It's like everyone was laughing, thought it was funny. He just kind of was like, walked
Sounds
out.
like a Japanese dad to me. Sounds like every Japanese dad I've ever seen in television or movies.
Right? He's just watched it, and I could see it on his face, just this look of disappointment in his son-in-law, like, and then walked out. And I was like, Pop didn't like it. She was like, no. Oh, they're coming. They're coming to visit. So it looks like.
Well, very nice. The whole fam.
I love my in-laws. I love having them around. One of my best times in San Diego was they came and stayed with us for like almost a month here a couple of years ago. We went to Vegas. We went to Zion National Park. My father-in-law was very disappointed with Las Vegas.
It's a disappointing fucking town, dude.
Well, he had all these visions of Las Vegas and what it was gonna be like, and we went. It was cold. It was like this time of year. And so it was cold in Vegas, and then everything so far. And I was like, he was looking at how much it cost to go anywhere, like taxi or Uber. And so we walked the places we went, and then he was disappointed with how crowded places were. The gambling sucked. He won some money, but he was not impressed. And then he was like, well, let's go to the bar. That was his thing. He wanted to go to the bar with me. And so the girls went and did their thing. You know, they watched a Cirque du Soleil show or something.
Ah, very nice.
And so we went down to the bar, and I was like, he's like, barua, ino barua doko. Where's a nice bar? And I was like, well, every hotel has a nice bar. It's like, let's just go to downstairs to the bar. And we sat down, and he was like, oh, I pay. And I was like, okay. So he ordered us 2 beers, and it was like $20. And he was like,
if you're not gambling, you don't drink.
Excuse me. He's like, she's like, no, that's 20. And I was like, I got it, Papa. So I paid for it. And he goes, is this a $10 beer? I was like, yeah. He's like, convenient auto. And he's like, is there a convenience store? We went across the street.
Get some tall boys, baby.
And that's exactly what we did. So the girls came back, and me and Pop are like in our pajamas. I'm hitting my vape pen, my weed pen, in the room. He's drinking beer. We're watching TV. We were watching Japanese TV on my laptop. And he was like, and he looked at me and was like, he's like, we could have done this at your house a lot cheaper.
Oh yeah.
Because he paid for like a nice hotel.
I've been to Vegas a dozen times. It never gets better. It just gets worse.
It's too much. Like, it's over the top. By the end of the night, I'm ready to just punch somebody.
Yeah.
Like, it's too crowded. It's too over the top.
Yep.
Every hotel does not have a nice bar. We stayed at the Harris. Stayed at the Harris. That Harris hotel.
Yeah.
And he got my father-in-law bought the room, so he got like the really nice hotel rooms. So
the suites, baby. Put me in the suites.
Well, that's true. Michael Endler likes Knight Rider with a Romeo tractor spasm. I don't understand anything. It's Maurice. You know what? I'm pretty sure that you have like.
Are you on meth, Maurice?
No. I'm pretty sure that he has like a lottery machine with ping pong balls full of fucking words written on them, and he just takes them out. Makes a sentence like, "This is what we do."
On his text messages, he just presses the suggested word every single time. That's what it is. I'm
gonna start doing that to people. And they're like, really, I think funny. Mike had a stroke.
Have you seen the people on like TikTok and Instagram Reels that'll make a song out of the suggested words? It's pretty funny. It's pretty ridiculous. Holy shit, dude. I'm still like, my face is tingly. I can't feel my nose, my forehead.
I'm not, bro. My mouth was sore the next morning after I ate that chip.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, my mouth is sore. And then my stomach was like, hey, are you ready for this? Your butt's about to be sore. And I was like, ooh, this is relatively unpleasant. You like get done,
Yeah.
you're like, is that blood? That's not blood, right? Is that blood?
I think you'll get a kick out of this. This is my favorite tasting sauce in the lineup. It's called Queen of Farts.
I've had that, and it does
It's
taste
great.
good.
It's
does
curry.
taste-
It's curry flavor.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like a mustardy kind of curry taste.
It's good stuff.
Yeah,
Good stuff.
I'm scared, Mike, and I want to go home. I'm cold and
I'm
scared.
cold and I'm scared.
Hold me, Ray.
Should we be concerned about Maurice's well-being? I'm
Nah, he does this all the time.
also Grande Patron. What's up, man? I haven't said hello to anybody. Shane,
I
how you
haven't.
doing?
I
Don Miguel,
haven't
how you
either.
doing?
I'm horrible
Breeze
about
Ratchford,
this.
Sinister Knife, Cue Ball, how you doing, brother? He's a mod on my channel.
So, Breeze Ratchford says, "So is that insurance voice your real voice? The voice you guys heard on? I had
That's my
your
real
voice.
voice.
I had it on speaker because I wanted everyone to hear your because I've heard your voicemail before.
On my last live last Sunday, I had it off for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, you had it off for most of the New Year's thing because your wife got tired of sounding.
Knife modders in the house. What is up?
Your wife got tired of sounding like Gene Simmons in the background.
Yeah. Hey babe, does my ass look too big?
And then I got baked, and I was laughing about it the whole. I think I had more fun making your wife laugh.
Oh yeah,
Just picking on you. Oh, we had a blast that night. That's
why I married her, dude. That's why I married her.
I was gonna say, hands down, that was one of the if not the best live feed. I think the ones that I've done with you.
Was that the one where we were looking up like the crazy strip club and stuff?
Yeah.
Sure,
That was
I'm pretty sure it was
the Foxhole.
Yeah, the Foxhole. Oh God.
It's okay. So there's a place called the Foxhole, but it's not the same place.
The place we Googled and looked up is the right
The place that we Googled and looked up is the right place. That place that's right outside of Coshocton County on your way to Mount Vernon. It's in Warsaw. It's in Warsaw, Ohio, which is on your way to Mount Vernon. So, is Knife Modders here?
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
did
they're
not
here,
see
baby.
that. I did not. Hey, what's up, Lindy and Richie?
The dream team.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. I got a couple knives headed their way. Hopefully, knock on wood, they make it. Lindy
Oh,
Richie, I don't know if you saw, but they're bringing the Malice back. The Wee Malice.
Who is?
Wee is the
Oh,
Malice.
yeah. It never really went away.
Yeah, did they stop making it for like 2 years?
Well, I mean, they stopped making stuff every once in a while for a couple of years, and then they bring it back. It's not like it was completely discontinued.
Yes, but to me, mine was stolen, right?
Oh,
In transit. So to me, and this was after it was already discontinued, right?
I got you.
To me, it was like, I'll never get one again. And now they brought it back in button lock form, and I'm fucking
Ooh.
pumped about it.
Did you see Elliot Williamson, Fair and Forge posted that they are doing another Mordax. They're doing another Mordax button
in
lock
Magna
run.
Cut, looks like.
Yeah, I saw that. And
I love my Mordax. My prototype
everybody was
Mordax.
like, oh, why wouldn't you, why didn't you buy one? I was like, because, well, I have the original one. I have the OG. I have the OG one.
Speaking of ProTech, I got one of the new Terzola knives on the way.
Did you?
Yeah, it's on the way.
That's where I was going to be today, and I was going to try and film there today, but I'm doing that thing again where apparently my body makes its own crystal meth, and I don't sleep for like 4 days in a row. Yeah. And last night was the third night that I hadn't slept, and I was doing dumb things. I told everybody, I was like, I left the stove on all night, so I went downstairs, and I'm like, why is it so fucking hot in the kitchen? And one of the burners was still on.
Why is our gas bill so damn high?
Yeah, that's the other one. And then I left the water run for like 20 minutes. I walked back into the kitchen. I was like, why did I leave a fucking water on? And then I put my daughter's plant that's in a coffee cup in the microwave and almost microwaved it because I was going to warm up some coffee. So I'm going to drink.
Literally on meth.
I'm not literally on meth, but I'm pretty sure that I am.
Metaphorically on meth.
I'm pretty sure that I'm such a hillbilly that my body makes its own.
So I got a question for you. I'm sure you've seen this. I'm gonna pull it up. I need to get Mike Imler's hot take because you've been around the block in the knife world a few times.
Winston,
you've been around.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep going. I gotta find this thing here because the knife that I've been carrying a lot.
I'm so messed up on hot sauce right now. I don't even know what I was gonna show them. Help! Somebody help! Read my mind. Tell me what I was gonna show Mike Imler.
You were gonna show me something.
Oh, I remember.
Winston. Bro, I love this thing.
That looks just like the new Benchmade thingy.
This is the Acheron. This is the Bestinelli L'Ascension
I like the
by
shape.
Acheron, and it's nice.
That's a lot of words that I don't understand.
So it's designed by a guy. It's designed by Bastinelli in Florida for a company in Paris, made by a company in Italy. Of course, that's the only way.
Obviously.
What
Duh.
was this?
First and foremost, the Null Knives Raiden looks great. I'm on the wait list to get one of the prototypes.
What am I about to pull up?
First off, the Malice, button lock Malice.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy, delicious. Can't wait. I need to get your hot take on the Snex collab. What's going on with the pocket clip location?
Okay, you know what that looks like? That's real similar to that Graham Razel pocket clip that was on it.
It was on the back spine?
Yeah, it was on the spine, and I didn't like it on that knife, and I don't like it on that, and even more so, I don't like that knife at all.
I like the blade shape. I like the locking mechanism, but the speed holes and this clip location cancel out everything else.
Now, there's a lot of people you can ask Nick Shabazz. He loves the Graham Razel.
Yes. Oh, I remember.
Which is and I mean, I kind of get it now that I have a Norseman and I love the Norseman so much.
As far as usefulness goes, yeah.
Yeah, but I never liked that pocket clip because it was on the back and it came off the back and down the side, and you could get it in your pocket and it sat kind of cool, but it was uncomfortable. It wiggled a lot. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, and that's my concern is I don't understand how I wear chinos and slacks, khakis, dress pants daily, right? I don't see that ending well, that clip location.
I mean, it's one of those pocket clips that if you're not wearing jeans, it's not going to sit well. It's going to walk around in your pocket and then it's going to fall out of your pocket. It's the same reason, that pocket clip not being strong enough was one of the reasons I didn't like it. It walked around in my pocket. So you put it in the back and it would slide. And the other thing is if you sat down and it pushed it up out of your pocket. That's why, as much as I like the design of that little knife that Swags did for Artisan.
Way back. Love that.
No. The other one that she did.
The CJRB. The
CJRB Mylea. I like the knife. It's a good little knife and it cuts well. And it's not that it's too smaller. I like the larger, the more Mylea.
Yeah.
I like that one better. The problem I had with it was the Mylea was too long to put in my watch pocket. But when I put it in my regular pocket and I sat down, it would push it right out. And the whole time I had that knife in for review, I must have 8 or 9 times getting out of the car, heard that knife clatter onto the concrete. I'm like,
interesting. I picked up a Drunken too. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw the post about that, but I don't like that.
Really?
Yeah, you know why? It looks too much like the goddamn Spidey Chef, which is another knife I don't like.
We pulled it up side by side on a live stream the other day.
It's the same fucking knife.
You're right. It's the same knife. It's just twice the price.
Bree said, I'm a terrible viewer. I forgot to hit the like button. Don't be terrible like me. Hit the like button. Don't be like Breeze. Or hit the dislike button. This guy. I have this guy.
Either one.
I have this guy
in the comments. Call us racial slurs. It's fine.
No, I don't. You can't call me racial slurs because then I'll get upset and then I'll report your channel.
You dirty Jap. Is that a racial slur?
Yes.
Can I call you that?
It absolutely is. No, you
can't
call me that. Yes.
You can't call me that. He said.
Well, mostly because I'm not Japanese, first of all.
Right. Mainly because it's incorrect.
Thank you for recognizing it's a watch pocket. You know how I know it's a watch pocket? Because my father, being a mechanic, never wore an actual wristwatch and carried a pocket watch because he got tired of breaking the fucking watch faces.
Yep.
And so he carried a pocket watch for the entire time he worked in the garage.
And then you were in the danger zone, dude.
And then he carried a pocket watch after when he became a cop because it was one less thing that he could get caught on while he was wrestling around with a drunk prisoner.
That's smart.
There was something. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the knife that I would get if I was going to get a Spyderco because I actually do like this one, and I have to say I like it. I like it unnaturally for me being me and knowing that I typically do not like Spyderco. I really like this one. And this is the one I did the chip repair and tip repair on. This is that PM2 in 10V.
Oh, wow.
And I like the steel. I like it mostly because the edge that it took is ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
10V is like stupid tough, right?
Yeah, but it didn't have a tip, and I had to take a chip out and put a tip on it. But look at that edge it took, man. Oh, hang on. I keep forgetting I can do this. That edge it took is just beautiful. So
stunning.
Hey, did I tell you? Did I tell you that Pete from Cedric and Ada is going to be on Friday?
You did.
I did. Yeah, you gonna drop by and watch?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun because look at my sense of humor and Pete's sense of humor. It's going to be interesting. Was this patina? Yes, my father was the one that got me into knives. Like I wouldn't have been into knives if you were a mouthy one. Mine is currently curled up on the love seat with the dog.
Can you hear him?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I think he has emphysema.
I don't think so. I think he's just happy.
All right, down you go, buddy.
You're so vain, Tristate. You probably think this ball cap is about.
You're so vain. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head.
Right, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, great, that's what I needed. That song stuck in my freaking head.
You probably think that
She was hot back in the day, though.
Who is that?
Carly Simon.
Carly Simon. Yep.
She was hot. Well, like when I was a kid, she was hot.
Most pop stars in their time are. Let's be honest.
Spent a lot of alone time with a Carly Simon record.
Me, Carly Simon,
cover.
on the wall.
No, I just had the record, like the record album
sleeve?
cover. Yeah, the record sleeve. Why is this record sleeve all wrinkled? I don't know.
Why is it sticky? Gross. Don Miguel dropping bones for the kitty cat for pepperoni.
He always
cat.
does. I had the cat in my lap for a little bit, and then the dog came out, and the cat and the dog have really gotten to where they like to snuggle up on the couch. And so the dog came out and hopped up on the love seat, and I was holding the cat right before we went live, and I was like, the cat was like, I want down.
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Get me out of here. So they're on the love seat behind the green screen. The Millennium Falcon. Yes, that's exactly what that is.
I got a question for you too.
Okay.
You sharpen much Van X?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to work with.
It's pretty easy to work with. I like to put a good convex on it at about, if I'm using my Venev diamond stones, about 2,000. If I'm using aluminum oxide, about 1,000. Then finish it on a Spyderco Ultrafine. And it gives it a really crisp, nasty, good-looking edge.
Yeah, the factory edge has been pretty freaking solid. And this blade stock's so thin.
Yeah, Van Axe holds up pretty well.
It has. I mean, it's been, coming up on a week now. And I
I'm
anytime
gonna
I get new steel.
I kind of now have a new favorite budget steel that may have replaced 14C. No, well, AR is kind of different. I like it. Well, maybe they're all about the same right now. 14C, DC53, and AR RPM9. I like them all.
Yeah, that kind of D2 that Migron does.
Oh,
yeah.
So I've been playing with it, and I've taken it to several different grits. It's sitting at 8,000 grit right now, and it is like it's scary.
Really?
It's terrifying how sharp it is.
Well, here's my thing. D2 that's done really well for me takes a high polish really well, in my experience. Like good D2 that's done right. You can take it up to like 3,000, no problem.
Well, D2 will polish at a lower grit pretty easily too. Like you can, you can get a polish on D2 at 1,000 grit that usually you would have to take like M390 to like 4,000 or 5,000 grit to get. It's different. I like D2, but like I said, I make D2 rust so easily.
That's so bizarre, man. I have no.
Well, I also like if I'm wearing it's like sunglasses. My sweat just eats the finish, the plastic finish.
Yeah.
So I don't know what
plastic finish off.
Yeah, it makes them all like matte and everything. So I don't know what it is. Any glasses I've ever owned. I got like real acidic sweat, I guess. I don't know.
You just got that acid sweat.
That's D2 at 1,000 grit, and it's pretty mirror polished.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean D2, all of my early knives when I was like diving in head first into sharpening, that's all I had really was like 8CR, 9CR, and D2.
9CR is not. Here's the thing: 9CR still is not a bad steel. It's like 440.
No, it's not. But I would take 12C or 14C any day.
Oh, I love
over
14C.
I love it.
But
I like 12C a lot.
I'm going to say that DC 53. I think it sharpens easier than 14C. It takes like that nasty edge that you get with 14C is about the same, but it seems like it holds it longer.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming it's a tougher steel, more similar to D2. A little bit better edge retention as well.
Yeah, it's pretty good. What are you talking about? They're talking about
K110.
K110,
which is the European D2.
Yeah. And then you have Nylox. Is it Nylox? Which is
never messed around with Nylox.
I think Nylox is like another version of D2.
That sounds right.
Pete was talking about a knife in Nylox. I think it was a slip joint that was in Nylox. I think that's what it is. I've had a couple knives in Nylox that were like Italian knives, and it's like D2.
I'm kind of at that point in my collecting now where I can justify purchases. I've never had anything in S90V, so I grabbed that. Haven't had anything in Magna Cut, and I got that.
S90V is hands down my favorite steel, period.
Haven't had anything in Vanax. I wanted to play around with that. So I think 2022 is going to be the year of like the crazy knife steels for me.
Well, I keep forgetting to say it because I was going to ask. I've got some stuff that I will send you from my collection, so you can see some stuff that's outside of stuff like stuff that they don't even make anymore.
Right? Yeah. I'm trying. Like I am so down to check it out, but I don't want to take any of your knives until I'm caught up. I finished 2 reviews today before I got on Ray's thing. So
here's the thing. It's not like I'm hurting for knives because I don't get to carry most of my stuff very often anyway. Because Jared has sent me so much stuff.
Damn it, Jared.
No, I mean, I'm not complaining. It's content, and I'm able to really get a lot of videos. And it's fun because I get to see stuff that I haven't seen before, which when I was doing like one video a month, when I would get like one guy that would send me something and I was doing like one video every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Now I get to see a new knife like every other day. I'm like, this is a lot of fun. Jared needs to never stop sending me shit.
Yeah, he gets a lot.
Yeah.
He's got a lot.
And he sends it to me.
Well,
I've literally have like, I've got like, what?
Man,
probably 12 knives.
I got to tell you, ever since that giveaway ended on Jared's channel, my subs have tanked.
Mine didn't tank as bad, but I contacted Google about it because I've had people telling me like, hey, like I've subscribed to your channel 3 times.
Yep.
And every time I get unsubscribed, like YouTube has unsubscribed me. And so what I did was I contacted Google through the chat feature on YouTube.
I need to.
And they're escalating it up. He's like, the guy that I was talking to, his name was Mitch. So I'm sure that he wasn't in India anywhere at all.
Nah.
So, but he said he was going to escalate because he said he's like, I'm looking at it. And he's like, that is extremely unusual that you would lose 700 subs overnight.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I did too. I lost 600.
Yeah.
400 overnight. But I got all the way up to 1900 last night, and then I woke up this morning to 1700.
Same.
So it's like overnight, 200 of them again. It's happening again. You know what I mean?
So there was a nice slow. I had a slow escalation.
Yeah.
So I got like 300 subs. Those have stayed, but then it dropped like that spike that I got. I'm like, this, even if it is something that you guys need to like hold these analytics so that you're not giving us false, because it's one, it's
delay.
disappointing.
Give them a delay. Give me a 3-day, 4-day delay.
Yeah, that way you don't see it. Like, okay, I just didn't get any subs. But when you do
We
that, but
talked
then
about how the analytics will drive you up the fucking wall.
Yeah,
If you just
I
sit and
haven't-
stare at your analytics. I try to ignore it. I just try to
Just
do my
can't.
thing.
Well, like I said, this is how I'm making money these days. So I have
Right.
to I have to look at my analytics a couple times a day. You know, how did that video perform? And I started doing the thumbnails, which seems to be helping. But
Yeah, my subs are down, but my watch hours are through the roof.
that's
So
what I was getting ready to
explain that
say.
me.
I was like, that's what I was.
Explain
That's
that
one of the
to me.
things I was like, how am I having more views? But now you're telling me that these subs aren't real. And then I had people
Yeah.
complaining. That's what I told him. I was like, I've got people that have said, like, look, I'm done with your channel. He's like, it's not your fault. I love the content, but I've had to resubscribe like 4 times, and I keep getting unsubscribed. And I told him that, the guy I was talking to, he's like, yeah, we're gonna have to look into this. So
And it can't just, if it's the fact that it's all of us dealing with the exact same thing, really is what concerns me the most.
yeah. So, well, Jared said that he lost like 100 subs overnight. So, but that cocksucker's got like fucking
You can
30,000.
afford
He
to
can
lose
afford
100
to lose a
subs.
couple.
100 subs for me is like 5%, 10% of my viewership. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I went from 7,000 down to 6,500 overnight.
Yeah. 170 subs is a little over, what is that, like just a little under 10%.
I don't know, man. I'm from Southeast Ohio. I don't math.
Math is hard.
Math. I got to take my shoes off to get to 20. I got to drop my pants if I want to get to 23. What was so yeah, what I was going to
That
try
went
and
right over my head, but that was an excellent dad joke. I just wanted to let you know that I did hear that.
I was thinking about sending you this one.
Jesus Christ. Reminds me of
The
that
Marlin.
Reich alien is what that looks like.
Well, those are all here. Let me pull it up so you can see it better. Those are fish scales that were all hand carved by Elliot. This is a Ferrum Forge Maker's Choice.
Man, he must be awful bored.
No,
I'm
he
just
said
kidding.
these were $1,000 each.
Right, I know. Paying the bills, baby. I
Paying them
appreciate it.
bills.
Paying them bills.
What is this? Here's the thing, like YouTube, I don't think YouTube has anything against knife channels. We really aren't, like most of us knife channels aren't walking a gray line. I mean, we all stay well within. I did have my PayPal shut down for a couple of days though, because one of my
naughty.
No, one of my customers put in, like, he sent the money, and in the notes it was like 3 knives and 2 straight razors, and I was like, God damn it.
Whoopsie.
And then I got, like, the second I saw it, I was like, and then I got the message from Instagram or from PayPal. I was like, just don't fucking put anything in the notes. I already know what we're doing. We've already established what I'm doing.
I had a guy yell at me for putting a smiley face in the notes. He's like, no fucking notes, dude. I said no fucking notes. And I was like, I put like a winky face in it, dude. Like, they're not going to block your account for me putting a winky face in the friends and family payment for $85.
Be fucking surprised.
I know. It's so stupid.
So that specific knife. So Matthew Clay, I just watched your video with that knife in it. I don't know if I like the Marlin knife. I wanted one of these knives. I wanted this specific model. This, I think, is the most attractive blade shape that Ferrum Forge has ever done. And it was a collaboration with Mike Gavick at Gavco Knives. And the knife itself is great. I'm not as big a fan of the work on this, but I can appreciate it.
It's very Boker Mermaid on the handle.
It kind of is, but when
when
you open it, you're like, okay, I can see Marlin in that.
I get it.
Yeah. So
like a skeletonized marlin that's washed up ashore. That's
right.
What I see.
But this is the one. This is the one I was actually planning on sending you.
That's awful pretty. I'm gonna scratch it up real good.
I don't think so, bro. I've carried this thing for like 5 years.
Okay, perfect, good. Dude, I swear I baby most of my knives, but just if I carry it, it is going to get scratched in one way or another. I can't help it.
But the nice thing about this is that pocket clip is all textured and it's green. That's why you're seeing.
It'll never show.
Yeah, you can see. Look, I can see through the window with it. Look at reflection.
Holy shit, that is shiny.
It's because it's green. No, it's green.
Oh, it looks blue on camera.
Yeah, it's because it's green. So the blue. It
Oh,
shows
the
up
blue.
Luke.
Oh, I gotcha. The green screen. Hey, Zach
it's
Stuff's in the house.
Zach's
Zach Stuff,
here.
how's SHOT Show going? I saw your beautiful face in a couple posts.
I hate everybody
Zach,
that's at SHOT Show right now. I wanted to be at SHOT Show so bad.
I got a serious question for Zach. For nobody else. Nobody else is allowed to respond. That little Benchmade warning looks sweet, but, big butt here. The action on the
You
model
don't have
they
a
had
big
out for
butt.
display.
I've seen you stand up. You look like a broom with a mustache.
I'm built like a scarecrow. Okay, moving on. Zach Stuff. The action on the one they had out for display looked really bad. It looked stiff as a damn board. So I'd like your comment, please. Any day now.
It's going to take him a minute. He might.
I
not
know
even
there's
be
a
listening.
massive delay. We'll just keep talking while we wait.
Which one was it?
It's the Warncliffe. It's called the Full Immunity, which is a really funny name considering COVID-19 and all that.
Oh yeah.
But it looks sweet. It's a nice, clean 3-inch warnie. Looks way more interesting than anything they have put out in 5 fucking years. So, not a Benchmade guy. I cannot believe they're charging $350 for that stupid fucking kitchen knife.
Right.
That
I can't believe
kitchen knife.
I can't believe what Benchmade and Spyderco are charging in general. Like I said, I like that. I like that.
Oh, don't get me started on Spyderco's price hikes. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Like, this is an okay knife, but it's a nice knife. So they're charging way more for this than they should. But
these are
like
$510. The Drunkens.
Okay.
They raised the price to $510.
Let me put that in perspective for you. This is a hand-built, polished mid-tech with a polished blade, full titanium, 20 CV, it's all hand put together. These were $550.
Yeah. These are $510 now retail, like at dealerships.
And this one came sharp.
This one came crazy sharp too. I don't know.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. It came sharp because this, as you can see from the background, is crazy sharp.
Okay, then this came
telling people that
R-word sharp. How's that?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
You want to hear something cool? I've had several people approach me about wanting me to send them business cards. I actually spent about $150, almost $200 on business cards to be sent to people so that they could put them in shit. Because they're tired of, I think
people
it's because
complaining about factory edges.
No, I think they're tired. I think they're tired of people sending them back to them for them to have to sharpen themselves. So Brian Nadeau asked for 500 cards. I had them shipped to him. They arrive tomorrow.
Love
so
Brian Nadeau. I got 2 of that boy's knives.
He's going to be on the podcast. I talked to him on the phone. He called me like after he saw my Instagram post about my PayPal. He's like, "Oh, they got you too." And it's going to be fun because people are like, "Why are you angry all the time, Mike?" And I was like, "It's genetic." And I was like, "What's Brian Nadeau's excuse?" And I tell him, I'm like, it's because he's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
So
it's just comes with the territory. You know what I mean?
It's just going to be a hot, angry mess that night because there's so many things in the world that piss him. I just don't know if I'm actually going to be able to do it here, if I'm just going to have to tell everyone, we're going to have to do it on Twitch. That may be one of those ones where I have to just do it on Twitch and record it on StreamYard.
Why? Just so they don't demonetize the whole channel?
So don't take the channel down. Like, I don't need another guideline strike. That sucks. I had one. And that's,
For what?
Okay. So I'll tell you the story. I explained it to everyone. Hey, Sharif's here. What's up, Mangana Steel? Sharif Mangana.
Can we see? I don't know if you saw it, but Zach Stuff responded to it. Maurice goes, "Zach Stuff, I don't know where I am." And Zach Stuff goes, "Right?"
The action was stiff as they were fresh off the floor. Like,
I'm assuming they literally.
You mean like off the floor, like they were sweeping and they found them and then they just put them on a counter?
Yeah.
And it was all dusty. So no, what had happened was a while back, there was a guy that I vouched for to buy some knives from another guy that I knew. And I'm like, I've never had any problems with this dude. And so I vouched for him and he ripped the dude off for like $500-$600.
Oh,
and
nice.
so I called the guy out in a video, and then he complained to YouTube, and YouTube gave me a hard privacy strike because I mentioned his channel name. I mentioned all this stuff and it was too much.
Yeah.
And I was not able, I couldn't post for 2 weeks, and I
Holy
couldn't do a
shit.
live feed for a month. And I don't want to
Yeesh.
do that again. So that's like, that's why I explained to everyone. Everyone's like, oh, well, people are like, oh, you censor your comments. I was like, no, I moderate my comments because I know like I've gotten really into the no-nos of YouTube because I don't want to have to go through it. I love having this channel. I love being able to do live feeds and shit like that. I would lose my ever-loving mind if I didn't have this. And so I'm just really strict about what you can and can't say in the comment section, to the point where I have preset stuff that you just can't even type in. Like if you type it in, it just doesn't even pop up.
So I have mine set for hold potentially inappropriate, right? But very rarely does anything get held back. Most people are very well behaved.
I would say
so far.
I like to try and keep it that way. But like there is there are some things that I've just actually got set, like the actual words for pew pews and stuff like that. Like I have
Pew
it blocked. Pew pew.
Wait a minute.
You can't say.
Really?
Yeah, that's one of YouTube's no words. They'll actually, I had videos demonetized and I had to go back and redo the video and voice over what I was talking about. Go watch.
I don't know if you caught Tuesday's live stream.
I did not.
But all we did was scroll through #ShotShow on Instagram.
Okay, so
and click on every single picture and look at every single pew pew.
That's fine, but what I'm telling you is they don't like it, and they will push stuff down the algorithm. They'll demonetize that video, and then they start looking at your other videos. And next thing you know, it might have slid by because not picking on, but you've got like 1,000 subscribers. They're probably not watching your videos as closely as somebody like Jared. And I just don't want to get. They're probably not watching mine either. But I just don't want to get in that situation where, you know, a year from now, I wind up with like 4 guideline strikes and I lose my channel because retroactively. So I try to keep it because they'll do that.
And yeah, okay. Well, and then we have people like Demolition Ranch and stuff like that.
But he's not monetized. He gets all his money through sponsorships. The ads that run are not his ads. He said it, like they've demonetized. Same thing with Donut Operator. That's why they have sponsors. Their sponsors pay that.
We need to get Tristate aviators, man. Like you want me to wear?
Oh yeah, you would look cool with aviators.
I look good in sunglasses. What can I say?
Is your head big enough for a set of aviators? You can look like a 12-year-old kid with mustache, great big fucking those jumbo sunglasses. Nah, those aren't aviators.
Closest thing I got, man.
Nah, you need to go to the mall. You can pick them up for like 75 cents at the mall.
These were like $400. This is honestly nice, but now you can see my lights and shit. Look at all of them. They're everywhere.
Hey, and my guest today is Ray Charles. Was this? Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's absolutely
Sorry,
right.
that's a bad word. Don't say that.
What?
We love the government. The government's great.
Nah, you can get away. You can say that.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
But he's absolutely right. And that the thing is, like, it sucks for us to be able to do this and be able to enjoy it. Like, we have to stay within those gray lines. And they keep moving the goalposts on us. I
know, dude.
Bro, I had 3 videos last month that got demonetized that have been up for years. And I was like, oh, well, like, dude,
I think you told me that. And I was like, why?
Because they changed. Remember when they came out with that new one? They're like, anything older than 90 days. I'm like, yeah, sure. I fucking believe that. Just like the last time I had like 12 videos taken down. So every time they change those rules, I wind up with a handful of videos that get demonetized. And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, how you say that anything older than 90 days.
You got me all like fucking paranoid and shit, dude.
Don't be paranoid. Shit happens.
I got one for you.
What's up?
I do look like Ray Charles, first off. Second off, dude, this hot sauce is going straight to my fucking head.
Well, that's good
Shorts.
because
YouTube Shorts. I haven't been able to upload a YouTube Short for like a month.
Why?
It posts it as a regular video, not as a short.
You have to do it. You have to do it vertically.
No. I know that.
Okay.
But I have a really funny video that I put together of all the intros I've done on my live streams.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to post it as a YouTube Short, but I uploaded it as a YouTube Short, right?
Okay.
I clicked create YouTube short, chose that video, picked the music, picked everything, right? Uploaded it, and it just uploads it to my regular videos, and it just shows up as a regular video, not as a short.
I haven't had that problem, but how long is the video?
59 seconds.
God damn, that was my other. There has to be something. Okay, so once again, I'll tell you the same thing I told Jared, because I don't think Jared realized it. When you go to your YouTube studio, now this is just us talking about YouTube, and everybody's just kind of, they're having
Everyone's
fun.
like, this is bullshit.
It's bullshit, but we're gonna hang out and we're gonna have our own conversation to chat.
Yeah,
we'll talk
I know.
about
They're talking about
shit.
Super Troopers and
Yeah.
All right, Meow.
I'm kind of watching it.
All right,
but,
Meow. Slow down, Meow.
The chat. There's a chat button where you can just ask them, like, "Hey, I'm having this fucking problem," and they can probably give you some guidance and some help.
Yeah,
and they've actually been really helpful. What is
the
this
chat button?
So it's in your studio.
You just press help. Is it the help button?
Hang on a second.
Contact us.
No, hang on. I'll show you. I'll bring up my channel dashboard.
Yeah, we get to see how much money he makes.
No, you can't. You can't see that anymore. I modified my.
Oh,
I guess you can on this one.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just like take a picture of it, send it to me. Oh, like where the button is.
Okay, so you know where you have your on the top where it says studio and then search across your channel and then it says create. On the left is a circle. You know, the circle with the question mark in it, and then there's one right next to it that says chat with creator support.
Oh, bruh. I found it.
Yeah, chat with creator support. And I use it all the time. Like, I blow them up. I'm like, hey, this is doing this. Hey, bro.
That's what I do at work all day. I'm an insurance agent, and I just get in the chat box with Allstate Insurance. I'm like, your bullshit's broken. Please fix it.
Allstate.
They're not the only one, but they're the one that comes to mind because they just updated their system, and it's a piece of dog shit.
I always had problems with what was one of the brokers that we sold life insurance with that was a partner to Aflac, and I can't think of what it was. And it was supposed to be transparent. We were supposed to be able to do it through the Aflac portal, and it was all this stuff. And you'd click on it, and you do all the stuff that you were supposed to do, and it'd come back with this error. And you're like, I need to transmit this. I need to transmit this to you. And it's not working. This is the only way to do it, because like faxing, the only way we could do it would be like, the only thing we could fax would be stuff to like Aflac headquarters. And you're like, this is bullshit right here. It'd be like 9 o'clock at night. You're still trying to get stuff to transmit. And the only thing you could do is just continue to try and transmit those documents. And then finally, when their system was not, their servers weren't overloaded, sometime around 9 o'clock people on the Pacific, you'd finally get it to transmit. And I'm like, good God, I didn't make enough money to make it worth staying at the fucking agency office for till 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, no. No,
I mean, every once in a while you'll have a good day. Every once in a while you sell a bunch of policies and it works out pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Those are the days I go home at 2 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you guys.
Good talk, Maurice. Good talk, buddy. Good talk. Apparently, Maurice bought a Coke, drank it, and then got in his car and drove home.
Yeah, that's like.
Does anyone know Maurice personally? Anyone?
I don't know, but I've heard that some call him the gangster of love.
Ah.
Just saying.
I thought that was my position in this live stream.
Only if you have the voice changer, because in public that's never going to happen.
Oh, baby. Let me rub you from your head to your toes.
I have to tell you, I got a complaint and had to answer questions to the corporate representative here in San Diego. I did a presentation to a company. It was a dealership. It was a car dealership, and it was the mechanics. And I brought all these little Aflac branded chapsticks, and I put them on the table. I gave it to everybody, and I walked them through all the things that the policies could do, and how they didn't have to, like, if they got hurt, they could go to the hospital. And Aflac, it was the after hours insurance, so that they got at any rate,
two people working the late shift. Yeah.
Well, no, it was like, that's that policy where if you get hurt on the weekend, you don't have to, like, it helps augment, so you get paid if you wind up going to the emergency room and shit like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Because a lot of times
Aflac sells. That's literally all Aflac.
No, we sold dental and health and life. We did
through Aflac.
Yep. Aflac has a lot of policies most people don't hear, but that personal protection insurance. But at any rate, so I got done, and I'd given them all these chapsticks that had Aflac on it. And I was like, and I had explained to the boss, that, like, your workers' comp could go down because Monday morning Monday morning claims, like the guy that got hurt on Saturday and has just been gutting it out till Monday. And then he's like, oh, I dropped a pallet on my foot. And that way it can get the workers' comp. A lot of times if they have those policies, they won't do that. Well, at any rate, so he was like, I'm buying everybody one of these policies, but I gave him all the chapsticks. And I was like, I gave you the chapsticks so you can cover your lips, let Aflac cover your ass. And everyone thought it was great. I sold a ton of policies, but then one person complained.
He said ass.
Yeah, and they were like, "Did
Rude.
you tell?" They're like, "Did you tell an entire group that this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then the guy that ran the agency after everybody left, he goes, "Yeah, but you sold like fucking 30 policies that day, so I really don't give a shit what you said."
That's all that matters, dude. You could tell somebody to lick your butt crack. If you get the policy sold, it doesn't matter.
He's like, I don't care what they think. He's like, you sold more policies in that day than I've seen anybody sell in a very long time. It's like a $3,000 day. Is that what is that?
Javon noticed my big belly.
Oh, yeah, you got a Tuya.
It's the first one I've had, and I've been impressed. The factory edge was doo-doo. I got to be honest. It was poo-poo.
Yeah.
But it's good M390, and it took a really killer edge. That's the good news. They just didn't grind it well.
I've been trying to get David to just have him sent directly to me for sharpening before they go to anyone. I was like, it adds $25, man. Come on.
Yeah, and honestly, this was $279 or whatever. So at $299, an integral, full blown integral, still a great deal.
Yeah. So
a therapeutic edge. What's up, man? How you doing?
Peter's here. What's going on, Peter?
Peter, how you doing, Peter?
I gotta get Peter.
Maurice ate Pizza Hut in 1996. Did you know that?
I mean, that's probably the last time anyone ate Pizza Hut.
Did you also know that Maurice put his shoes on today?
Yeah. did you guys remember when you would go to Pizza Hut when we were kids and they would bring the pitchers of Coke to your table and you had those those red cups that looked like lava? Remember those? I remember that was like my favorite thing after every baseball game was we would always go to Pizza Hut and get the all you can eat.
The challenge was to make sure you got an equal amount of ice and soda out of the big pitcher. And you would always get like all cubes and no pop, all pop and no cubes, or it would explode everywhere.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You're like trying to pour it. You're like, I got it.
And here comes the whole thing of ice.
And all misses the glass and it lands in your lap. You're like, fuck me.
Yep. It's a universal pain. What else did I get that's new that you should know about?
I don't know.
Hey, have you heard of this? That
thing is fucking hideous. That thing is
Check
hideous.
it out. It was discontinued about a decade ago.
Yeah, I'm surprised you were able to find one.
New from a reputable retailer.
Right? That's
Crazy.
what I was saying. I was going to tell you. So you have those shirts now, right?
Oh, and I released a mug today, and
I saw that.
The greatest thing I've ever created in my life.
I don't have room for any more goddamn mugs. I have so many military mugs and shit. But here's the deal. I will send you one of my shirts if you send me one of yours.
Extra small.
You need an extra small? I need a double XL, if not a triple.
Or youth large. Either one works for me.
No, that's not going to fit me.
Stacy's in the house.
I see that.
Yeah, dude. The mugs are. I'm very proud of my mugs.
Yeah,
what do you use? Do you use Teespring as well?
No, I use Ember Shirt Co. You might want to think about that. It's actually cheaper and you make more. Teespring sucks. I can get you in touch. I can get you in touch with Justin over at Ember Shirt Co. He can make a store for you. He lets you set up your own coupon code. You get paid directly. It's quick. Like you get paid the second someone orders. And the store looks way better. The store looks really good. He does a really good job. Yeah, like literally, I had a buddy that was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy one of your shirts." He was sitting in my living room. He's like, "I'll buy a couple of your shirts," and he was like, "I got a text like, hey, I'm sending your payment right now." I was like, "Good God."
Yeah, Teespring does do. I was really impressed though by what they did. For the money.
I wasn't happy with the quality of the print from Teespring. So
really?
The
key with Teespring is to make sure you're adding like an insanely high resolution image. Otherwise, it is not going to come across good.
Well, hang on.
Hey, he's stripping everybody. Look out. Oh, hi. It's me. I'm here to party. Okay. He walked away, and I wanted to show you guys my coffee mug.
There we go.
What's happening? I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
So the logos came out really good, and this I've been testing it. So I've been wearing. I have 4 of these shirts. I've been wearing them like straight all the time, just so I can wash them to see how they're wearing. They're not even cracking or anything. The stuff I got from Teespring. Yeah, the stuff
I go
got
out
from
of my way to
Teespring was
wash
just
both
coming
of my
apart.
Teespring shirts like once a week, even if I didn't wear them. So this is my new Kole mug. If anybody hasn't seen it, is that not beautiful?
That is. I'm pretty sure at some point that's gonna offend someone, but at this point, I find it hilarious and I don't care. That is.
And on the
great.
reverse, when you're sipping, it looks like you have a mustache. Isn't that
fun?
Oh,
that is great. What you need to do.
Fun?
Now what you need to do is get a middle finger put on the bottom, so when you drink it, you can tell everyone exactly how you feel about them.
Did you see Sinister's idea? That guy writing your mustache logo.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant.
That's an easy Photoshop job, dude. Easy peasy. I've already sold a couple of these, surprisingly, and look, you can use Afterpay. So it's
here you go. Walt says he has the other thing is these shirts that they use are like the best quality blanks that they could find. These things are the most comfortable t-shirts I own. They're great. So like I'll get you in touch with him. If you already have your designs, you can you just throw them right on there.
Toss them on.
I think you would actually probably make more than you do on Teespring. You don't make shit, really.
Yeah, no, I have everything priced, and I literally make like a couple bucks a shirt. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I make the last time somebody ordered 3 shirts, I made like $42.
Because I don't want to make the price ridiculous. It's a fucking t-shirt. I'm not going to charge people more than $25 for a t-shirt. You know what I mean?
Well, hang on a second. I'll pull mine up and we can see what the prices are. And your shirts are 28, by the way.
No, they're 25.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I saw.
The Colsa shirts are 25.
Mine
the other
ones
are 26 because apparently the print was more expensive. I don't fucking know. Or it's a nicer shirt. I don't remember.
Mine might be. Mine are 28, but like I said, they are.
Haha! Mine are cheaper. Haha!
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Big Red EDC has his on there now. I hooked him up with him while we were at.
Ooh, I released a hot hoodie too. I'm really proud of the hoodie.
I'm trying to get hoodies. The hoodies are coming. But
Check
right now, here, hang on a second.
Pull up the screen. Check out the sick pattern. I know. Bunch
Pattern
of mustaches.
Pattern that'll make you sick? Yeah, I see that.
And a little Tristate EDC on the front.
Here, hang on a second. I'm gonna.
It's nice. It's nice.
Share screen. We're gonna share.
Maurice goes.
Chrome tab.
Mike, I'm scared. Stop being mean to Tristate.
I'm not being mean to Tristate. So like you can.
Very nice.
So these, you get your different sizes.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to call them and have them special order an extra small, man.
No, I'm pretty sure he has. Pretty sure we can get it. Yeah, the green. The green came out really good. I'm not a big fan of like white prints. I like this black and the dark gray. The dark gray is the one I'm wearing right now. It's almost like a heather, like a bluish gray. But I will say that these brown ones, while the color is not that attractive, is by far the most comfortable t-shirt. Like it's like an Under Armour shirt. It's like, God damn, that is comfortable.
Yeah, they look nice. Ant, you're getting out of here, man. You take it easy. Also, Zach stuff. Did you fondle the little native warnie? Because that looks hot.
Shit.
Oh shit,
Zach. That. Oh, I spilled beer on the floor.
It's all right. You're in the garage. It'll mop up.
No, it's on the rug.
Just blame it on the
dog. I rang the bell so hard it made the dog sneeze.
I need to have Zach stuff on a live stream.
Yeah, Zach's always fun because Zach brings big numbers of people. Hang on a second, I gotta grab a towel.
I don't care about the numbers. I just want to hang out with my friend. Brent, you're so selfish, Mike.
That's not what I meant. I meant the numbers.
I know.
Because the fact is, like it's so much more fun when you have more people. more people.
I gotta tell you, my live streams have been doing really well, man.
I
think
saw that
80.
you had like 60 or 80 people in there the other day.
Yeah, on Tuesday I had 80 people was my highest view count all at once. It's a good day.
I have a tendency because I don't know if people just don't get notifications. My live feeds have a tendency to get almost as many views after as they do during. I have our New Year's live feed was like 800 views.
Yeah, all of my live streams end up getting like 700-800 views afterwards. All of them, every single.
Hey,
one.
can you indulge?
Havoc, I
Havoc?
told you can hear my real voice when you become a channel member or a Patreon member. That's the deal.
Just kidding. Here it is. This is the real thing. Just joshing.
Turn it back on. Turn it back on.
Joshing.
I can't deal
sorry.
with that.
If they want it off, you get the squeaky Kole, not the.
So we've put Kole in timeout because I can't deal with that.
I'm crying behind these.
I can't. I'm kidding.
So anyway, guys, I was in going to 3rd grade yesterday, and
I sent him a TikTok of a dude that was like singing, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked a little bit like you. And then it was that squeaky voice of the dude singing. I was like, "Is that you?"
50 Shades of Grey. You want erotic ASMR?
This is what we're gonna do.
I can do that.
I'm gonna have you come on, and I'm gonna have you crank the voice modulator way down into like fucking Isaac Hayes, like
Like
Chef.
Satan.
Yeah, like Isaac Hayes, like Teddy Pendergrass kind of range. Like,
Because if I go too low, all right, this is my normal, right? If I drop it down another notch, it's down here.
Yes, Father.
Let's drop it. Oh Jesus, that's too low. If I
Have you ever like just because I knew that you could change your voice with it, the keyboard cleaner. That's what it sounds like.
Oh yeah, baby. Talk to me. Talk dirty to me.
No, I'd rather not. I find it
So that's
disturbing.
-5. Let's go to -6. That's -6. Barry White. Let's get it on.
Yeah, that's. But oddly enough,
-7.
and we've mentioned this several times, the voice modulator removes your accent. It absolutely 100% does, because when you don't have the voice modulator on, you
Hey, dude,
sound
let me
like
tell you
you're from
something.
Ohio.
Let me tell you something, dude. I'll tell you a thing or two.
Yeah, you sound like
man.
you're down around Kentucky area, which makes sense because that's where you're at. But when you turn it off, but when you turn it on, you don't hear it. What was this? What was this?
So you're telling me right now I sound like an upstanding citizen of America.
Yeah,
When I
you
turn
sound
it off. I sound like I'm from the sticks or something.
now you sound like you put a sheep in tall boots so it can't get away.
Hell, don't tempt me with a good time, buddy. Damn.
The sheep lies. The sheep lies.
No, Daddy, no. I didn't fuck the sheep. I swear.
All right, I'll turn it back on.
Yeah, thank you. It's disturbing.
Oh,
Like I said,
yeah.
it's like seeing me without my hat. Like I'm not gonna lie, there are very few people that ever see me without my hat. Not even my family. Like my wife was like,
Beautiful. I was
talking
watching
with
a
my
bunch. I went down a rabbit hole on your channel, Mike. I don't know, sometime last week. My wife's been gone for a few days. I get bored and lonely, you know.
I usually just watch porn on the big TV.
Yeah, I do that when she's around. She watches with me. So I pulled up for whatever reason. I was subbed to you on my old channels like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
3 years ago. And I got a recommended video. I forget what I was watching, but I got one of your recommended videos, and it was you talking about why you shouldn't buy a clone. I think it was like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah, it's an old one. Yeah, why
And
you shouldn't buy a clone?
You didn't have the hat on. You had significantly less facial hair.
And I was in my living room.
Yeah, and you're in your living room, and your daughter kept popping in and out. It was cracking me up, dude. It was killing me.
Yeah,
Your daughter would just like run around, kind of pop in, and
Well,
then run away.
she kind of enjoyed. She got a kick out of the. She got a kick out of being in the videos back then, and now she doesn't, because she's a teenager
cool.
and
She's too cool,
she's a
man.
teenager, and half the time, like when we're in her car and just her smart mouth, I just want to push her out of a moving vehicle.
Oh,
Just watch her ragdoll down the shoulder. I told somebody that one time we were driving to my friend's house in Arizona, and my wife just drove me nuts all the way out till we got like halfway there. And then I was just like, a lot of times I'm like, man, it'd be cool if my wife could like stay awake and keep me up for this like 8-hour drive that we're going out to my friend's house. And she was just driving me nuts to the point where I was like, I was literally
will fucking end you.
I was literally picturing in my head, like reaching over, cutting her seatbelt and opening the door and pushing her out, and just watching her ragdoll down the shoulder. And I was smiling, and I told her what I was thinking about. And then when we would go on trips and she'd be getting out, I'd start smiling. And she's like, "You're thinking about it again, aren't you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah." Don't drive so fast. Stay away from that edge. Why are you so close? I'm like, just shut the fuck up.
Dude, nothing makes me want to fucking crash the car and kill everybody in it than somebody telling me how to fucking drive.
I will drive us off a cliff. You know what's worse? The thing I hate even worse than that is she has a tendency to, while I'm driving, see something and grab my arm. And my immediate response is to swerve away from the direction that she's touching me, because like I'm like, so I got to get over. And I can't tell you how many times I've almost wrecked the car because of that. I'm like, don't fucking touch me like that. Like I saw it. It's a fucking car.
It's
I'll turn it off for Purple Heart. It's
Oh
worse.
God.
It's worse, dude. It's way scarier for someone to be like, fuck, look out. You know what I mean? It's way worse. Just let me figure it out with my rear bumper. That's what it's there for.
I'll just drive till it sounds expensive. You just fucking sit there.
I have insurance. I promise. I wrote it
Please
myself.
turn that back on. Just Polly's an idiot. He doesn't need
Polly,
I mean, I can vouch for this.
You like these sweet sexual sounds, big boy?
It's just like,
What
I mean,
about
come
that?
on, look.
What
Polly's
if I
an idiot.
fake it? What if
Like,
I
I don't
fake
even
the
have
deep
like,
voice?
and people will be like, "Oh, you shouldn't say that Polly's an idiot." I can say Polly's an idiot. I've known
Polly,
him for
you're
a very long
fucking
time.
idiot, man. I tell you what, you're fucking dumb. I'll just fake a low voice from now on. Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
I don't really like that either.
You don't like that? Huh? You don't like this?
Polly, you should watch it. Earlier, I called his voicemail, and absolutely, that is his real voice.
You're under arrest for having too much fun, little miss.
Oh God,
Polly, you want the real deal? You got the real deal, champ. Okay.
I was gonna send this to you as well. Whatever.
You
package
can't send
it's-
me too much expensive stuff because I got bad luck with the post office. Shit'll go
Oh.
missing, and it won't be my
Yeah,
fault.
I forgot Ohio. Like I sent my sister some stuff, and it just never showed up. But it was listed as delivered. And I'm like, I was like,
it
I
was
don't
delivered straight into some mailman's greedy fucking mitts.
Yeah. I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll use pirate ship. That way the
Just
well,
send
there's
like one or two at a time. Just please, God, don't send them all at once.
like the guy that sent me like $40,000 worth of knives in one package, and I'm like, you trusted this shit in a box and sent it to me?
Why? Why?
Like like he's from California, so he's up north, and I was like, I'd have fucking drove it.
Yeah. I'd have
Like, he-
DHL overnighted that shit.
Right? There's a couple of those knives in there that were $4,000, $5,000 each, and that was
Nope.
that was me looking
Nope.
up the price. That was me
Nope.
looking at the price when they came out on the market, and I know he didn't buy them directly from the maker because he said he bought them secondhand, which means they were $4,000 or $5,000 to begin with, which means that when he bought them, they were closer to $6,000 or $7,000.
Yep. Can we pull up Maurice's final comment before he potentially disappears for eternity?
Where'd Maurice go?
He goes, I gotta go and find my ass and balls and brains.
I love Maurice. He started. He posted something, and I thought he was a bot. I didn't realize that he was doing that on purpose. And so he posted something on one of my videos, and because I haven't sent it yet, Polly. I haven't been to the post office yet.
Yeah,
I had
come on,
so much
Polly.
sharpening.
Fuck off, man.
It's in a
Jesus
box.
Christ.
It's in a box over here. I had so much sharpening stuff that came up that by the time I would get done sharpening, I just didn't make it to the post office. But it's boxed up. I gave him a M&P. You know, the M&P semi, like the auto.
Oh boy.
The auto, like the.
Oh boy.
They're not autos. They're like they're almost like
I know what they are.
You know
They're
what I'm
not
talking
good.
about.
They're not good.
It's not, that one's not bad. Like I picked a good one for him, but
M&P? That's like saying you picked a good Smith & Wesson folder out at Walmart, dude. Are we being robbed?
it's all right. I have a pew pew available. No, I think the neighbors are finally home. So,
Right into the throat. Right into the throat.
I mean, I think I'll be okay.
The Grimsmo? I feel like you could do some damage with the Grimsmo. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you, like a snap cut. That
Oh,
thing's
forget it.
Whew.
You nick them. You nick them anywhere in this general vicinity. They're gonna be hurting.
In the whole necular area.
That's why I like this so much.
Which one's that?
That's the Tucson Vandal, the one that Love Them Knives design.
Yeah. That's not a bad looking knife.
It's a button lock. It's a lot of fun.
I only have one button lock, and it's a button lock auto.
I have like 15 button lock autos, and then probably 8 manual button locks. I love them.
I like this one. This is my favorite auto.
We got there.
That is that 25th anniversary Microtech UTX 85 with the Spartan blade.
Oh, hold on. I got to put the voice changer on for this.
You should just leave it on.
This is Sparta!
This thing's great.
Little Gerard Butler for you. Otherwise known as the Phantom of the motherfucking Opera. Just saying.
Then you have this one. That's
the one I have. I have the Ultratech. It's for sale. Anybody want to buy it?
This is actually my daughter's.
That's badass. Dude, what is it about women and OTFs? They love them.
Well, so
my wife
I was going to sell
loves this knife. She's so mad that I'm selling my big ridiculous Ultratech. I bought her a UTX.
Is that a full size? Is that a full size or is that a 70?
Yeah. This is the Ultratech. This is the big boy.
That's the same as this.
This is the big hoss. M390.
Mine's L Max, but mine's also a 2015. Well, I had several versions of this.
19, I think.
So I had several versions of this. I had the bayonet, I had the Tonto, and I had the dagger. And I got rid of all. I was going to get rid of all of them, and then my daughter liked this one for some reason, and she was little, so I kept it. And I told her, I was like, "Well, it'll be yours someday."
I like this way better. It's so much smoother. The action.
You need to send that to me. That's that Axis.
Axial gear? Yeah, I'm done with the review on that, so I can send that to you.
Yeah, I would appreciate it because I like the look of that. I also need to get a hold of that dude from, what is it, Conquest?
Qvist or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Well, honestly, I need to reach out to them because me being a Warney whore, they came out with a Warney version of this, and it looks so good. But dude,
and then you need to tell them that they need to approach me to even if it's just on loan. I'm not saying I want free shit from them. Like I just want some stuff. No, you can keep that chode.
It's so funny, but I gotta tell you, dude, as like a utility, why am I so low down?
I don't know. I was like, did you? I suddenly want to play lowrider for you.
All my friends.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm probably gonna wind up not sleeping tonight. I'll send you this. I'll send you this bad boy.
Matthew Clay, bro, hit me up. I'm pretty sure I'm asking like what 250, 240 for this. For the Ultratech, I think I paid $285 for it.
Cole's not going anywhere.
I'm here, baby. Where's Cole going? Cole's going down, baby.
Cole's going. I had a chair, like because of course government bought it, so I had a brand new office chair, and the piston was already bad in it, and like I had been in this office for like a week. I know they got all new furniture, and I would sit in this chair, and all of a sudden I realized that I'm like, why is my and I lift it back up, and then 30 minutes later I'm all like,
it's a little better, it's a little brighter.
Okay, so the Hellhound, I'll tell you what, Patina, I didn't like the Hellhound blades. They wound up being the way they were ground. They wound up being really thick, and they did not cut as well as I would hope. I'm trying to go through some stuff because I know I missed.
I'm poor, man. I can't afford to go to Blade Show. I can't afford to leave the city of Cincinnati for fuck's sake.
I'm not going to tell you the story about this fucking hook my dad bought for me again, you idiot.
That's a very common thing. My brother still puts a hook on his hat.
Go cook something, fat ass.
Roasted. Boom, roasted. Or should I say smoked? Ha!
I can't talk right now. I'm doing fat ass shit. I got half a breakfast burrito stuffed in my head. Polly and I pick on each other at a time before anybody gets upset. Decent pry bar or wheel chalk. What are we talking about?
Purple Heart, hit me up. I'll take your VIP ticket. No, fuck that, because I can't afford the plane ticket. I can't afford the hotel room. Fuck that. I'm poor. Love it. Where's mine? Where's my Chavez? Dude, I have to talk to you about the sangre. The sangre? Sangre?
Sangria? I like sangria.
The Chavez,
I like sangria. Oh, wait, what?
The Chavez sangre? Sangre?
Okay.
It's his Warney? His Warncliffe?
Okay. I haven't seen it then.
Sexually appealing in every way, shape, and form. It's the perfect knife. I must have one.
I like some of his designs. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like the flipper tabs on his flippers. They're hideous. The flipper tab is hideous.
Oh no.
And I
Thumbs
don't
up
like
only
the
for me.
Tontos. I like these
Compound drop point.
Sponto, whatever you want to call it. I love this. This is the Redención Street, and I refinished it. I gave it a 2-tone with black ceramic.
See, I just like this clean drop point, dude.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I like the look of
on the
this.
Liberation.
No, this is the Redención.
This is the Liberation.
That's the Liberation. Yeah.
Thing's a guillotine, dude. The action's crazy. You
Yeah.
can't get your finger out of the way quick enough. It's so good.
Blade Show's in Atlanta.
Yep.
And
honestly, the plane ticket
June or
would probably be
July.
like $100.
Huh?
It would be a cheap trip, but
I think I might be going. Cue Ball asked me. There was a couple of people. I guess we're gonna try and go. There might be a bunch of us going. I don't know yet. I have not decided. I think at this point, an hour and 41 minutes in, I don't think that YouTube's going to say anything about me drinking a beer in my video.
No, but I've learned as long as you have a koozie, they can't tell.
Yeah, I just don't care. Like I could pour it in my glass, but I'm not gonna. The wife comes back in like 10. What is today? The 18th?
Dude, we're both wife free right now. Holy fuck,
bro. Let's
get wild, dude.
we should turn this into like tomorrow. Not tomorrow. This weekend. Let's fucking stream video games. Now you're on Xbox, right?
I'm on Sexbox. Yes.
I'm on PlayStation 4.
What a loser! I'm sorry, you're not a loser.
That the games I want to play.
I really
on
enjoyed
Xbox.
you trying to get nut shots on that sniper.
Oh, I tried so hard, but I was so baked. And then the next day, I went in and I got like 5 of them. Walt Gilbert, I found $10 in the dryer.
In the dryer, dude. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
I'll take them.
Oh, you hit your microphone at one point just now, and that sounded really bad. Oh, don't do that. Stop. Stop. I feel like I'm playing Call of Duty with like an 18-year-old or like a 12-year-old.
Everybody's dogs in their houses are like, what the fuck was that? I like that. That's cool. See?
Isn't that nice?
I mean,
speaking of beer, I need to grab one.
Oh, go right ahead. We can run this for a little while.
Look, I can't stay up too late. It is 12:13. I got meetings in Florence, Kentucky in the morning. Bright and early.
Over your phone?
No, in person. We don't do anything over the phone anymore. We've been in the office nonstop.
Really? I thought you were working strictly from home.
No, 40 hours a week in the office, baby. I ain't no fucking pussy. Damn, son.
You look like Gumby.
Hey. What?
Nothing. Turn sideways again. Like if you go through the rain sideways, do you get wet? Like just turn sideways.
No, dude, dry as a bone.
Just slides you under a door like an envelope.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
I don't know what he said. I couldn't hear him. Was this what was this? My earballs. I vote for Pedro. Yeah, I saw that. No, Jared was. I think he hurt himself. He might have went to pee and forgot to wash the hot sauce off his hands. Why is he dressed like he's going to the prom? God, I love you, Polly. Hey, You never know what Polly's going to say. That's why you don't ever put Polly on speakerphone in public. I can tell you for certain that you never answer the phone on speaker around anyone if Polly's the one calling. Like I was I was at the grocery store one day and I had my hands full and Polly called and I looked at my phone. I was like, yeah, I can't answer that right now. There are entirely too many people here. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh God, I'm struggling.
I don't know what he's doing. I could have easily just went like this, like so that you guys didn't have to see it till he came back. Hey, Duke, text me your phone number, and I'm like, hey, Polly, you see this? Like, if this happens, like, I will give Polly your phone number so that this can happen. But I want you to know I will not be held responsible for anything that occurs, because I'm telling you right now, you do not put Polly on speakerphone in public, ever.
Yeah, unless you want to go to jail.
I don't put Polly on speakerphone at my house. If there's family, like if my wife and kid are here, I don't put Polly on speakerphone. Absolutely not. There's a 100% chance that it's not like that. What was it from Anchorman? Like 60% of the time it works 100% of the time. It's not like that. It's 100% of the time that you do not want Polly on speakerphone around other humans.
Dude, you believe in Napoleon Dynamite came out 17 years ago?
Bro, I had somebody send me something and they were like, and I sent this to Polly. It's like, what was it?
18 years ago.
18 years ago. Yeah. And I love that. I was in the Navy.
If that movie was a woman, she'd be legal.
Right.
Just saying.
I was, God damn it. Was like, oh, so somebody sent me a TikTok of a guy that was talking about if you watched, like if Back to the Future happened today, their 1955, to go back that same distance, would be 1992. And I was like, I joined the
29
Navy.
years.
I joined the Navy.
30 years. That's when I was born.
I joined the Navy in 1992. Like I graduated
was born in 1992.
Fuck you. I graduated high school in 1992 and joined the Navy.
Boy,
you're
wild.
I hate you. I hate you.
The young and the restless. You're looking.
I had a kid. I told him that in July of 1993, like July, August 1993, I was in Vladivostok, Russia, and it was like July 1993. I was like, and I was like, yeah, July 1993. And he goes, I was born in July. Or he's like, I was born in August of 1993, and I was like, fuck you. I literally had kids that worked for me that were born after I joined the Navy. It was fucking horrible.
Dude, I got some. You want to hear? I write insurance for a living, right? Auto insurance. I get calls to add my daughter that was born in 2005, 2004.
My daughter
are you fucking kidding me? 2006 now is 16. So I'm getting calls to add somebody born in 2006 to auto policies, and I about have a fucking panic attack every time.
My daughter was born in 2007, and she's 14. So I think you're. No, you're right.
But 2006, it's 2022, 16 years. Technically, January 1st.
Yeah.
On.
God, Jesus Christ.
It's fucking, I'm getting calls, dude. It's only January. I'm getting calls. Add my son, 16 years old. I'm like, your insurance. But here's the thing. Are going to get fucked.
I don't realize, like, you don't realize that you're getting old.
No.
I'll tell you something.
Up on you, dude.
I'll tell you something my daughter sent me that fucking really kind of, like, I made me realize.
Figured out, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say. I'm 40. Cue Ball and I are the same age. We were talking about this the other day when we talked on the phone. She sent me something and I didn't expect like this level of cognizance from my daughter because she's a teenager, and she sent me something. It's like, what you don't realize is when you're growing up, you're also watching your parents grow up, because I mean, the wife and I, until we had the kid, I still would go out on like boys' night out and stay out drinking until like fucking 4:00 in the morning. And we would do shit just spur of the moment. We don't do that anymore. And like we grew
No,
up.
That's
after
why
we
I'll
had the
never
kid.
have kids.
Yeah,
There
you
will
will.
never be. Also, this gene pool, it can end at me. This is fine. I'm okay with killing off this lineage of mental illness and general savagery.
Well, and that's my sister and I talked about it. So I had to add really like I couldn't have stayed in Coshocton because there's like everybody looks the same because everyone's fucking related.
And I mean related.
Related.
You know what I mean?
Like, yeah. So we I ventured out of that. Like my family tree looks like the Olympic rings. Like it's just fucking it's a box and everybody puts their names in it and draws lines.
It's like the 3 concentric circles, like a Venn diagram. Yeah.
Yeah. So was this mentally I'm 23, physically I'm 81. I woke up, I'm not gonna lie, I woke up the other day and I had done all that sharpening and moved a bunch of shit around in the garage. And I woke up and I was like, I felt like I'd been in a car accident. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, dude. When I move shit out of the attic or out of the basement, I'm 30 years old. I'm in agony. I'm like, why am I out of shape? And I used to play tennis 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But then COVID happened and they shut down all the tennis courts.
Yeah.
And we're
Even
like,
though it's outside.
lock 'em up.
Like, oh, you can't do anything outside. That's like wiping before you poop. Makes no sense.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to get back into tennis. I got a couple buddies just moved into town that are big tennis guys. Trying to get back into shape.
You know who you should you want to hang out with somebody that's really into tennis that's also big into the knife world? Corey Campbell. If you can hook up with Corey Campbell, great dude. Used to run military sales. He ran the military sales program, so LEO and military for Microtech. He's also big into guns, but he was a tennis instructor, and at one time he was like the tennis pro at like some like fucking Richie Rich country club.
Yeah,
and like he's actually really good. But
I trained with a touring pro for like 15 years, man. I did junior tournaments, junior ATP tournaments, and all kinds of shit. I am really good at tennis. I just haven't played in a long time because it's hard to find another player at your skill level. That's the hardest thing about tennis. It's not like football or golf. Like golf, you can suck at golf and go out and have a great time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You can't suck at tennis and have a good time.
You can't suck at tennis and enjoy it. You really can't.
You're just going to be angry and want to hit your opponent in the face with a racket.
And that's why people pay so much money to get good at it.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, like golf, I had an idea. You guys ready for this? I had an idea that you could make golf more fun for hillbillies. So
I mean, it already is. Go golfing in Cincinnati, Ohio. It's all hillbillies.
Okay, so but they're playing golf. They're not doing it the way I would do it. So
they're all pissed drunk.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, we would do golf and drink to puke day when I was in the military. Just like, but so you have 2 teams of 2 people. One is the hitter, one is the shooter. They take turns. They alternate. Okay. The hitter from the first team tees up and has 1 shot to knock it as far down the fairway as he can with his drive. At that point, the shooter from team 2 gets 1 shot with a scope 308 rifle to take the ball out of play. If he misses, you play through and you keep score that way. Take the ball out of play, you get points. The team that took the ball out of play gets all the points. That's how you should play golf.
Like a dangerous game you're playing.
That sounds like a blast. That sounds like the way you should play golf.
That brings a whole new meaning to the term 4. You know what I mean? When you got 308s,
I mean,
whizzing past your fucking ears when you're on the next green.
You'd have to make sure that the greens had proper berms. Like that would just be the way it would have to be.
We need real steep berms, okay?
What's up,
Big
Red? What's up, Jody?
What's up, man? Jody Foster?
No, Jody. That's his name. Jody.
That's Big Red's name? Jody Foster?
Yeah, you didn't know that? JB.
I love Jody Foster. I wanted to fuck her so bad when I was like 7 years old.
Like I still want to.
That voice, that kind of Alabama twang or whatever she's got, Oklahoma twang.
I watched.
It does it for me.
I watched Silence of the Lambs for the first time in a very long time, and I forgot how disturbing the scene where he was fucking tucking shit back and dancing was. I wasn't ready for it. Like I was out of nowhere. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I forgot. I forgot.
Cover the screen. Cover the screen.
I have. Have you gotten to see one of a lot? This is a knife that a lot of people are kind of on the fence about. Have you gotten to see one of
MBK?
these? Well, it's this
MBK
specific one. This is the EWC. This is that non-locking
double detent job.
double detent.
I
Have you
like
gotten to
double
see
detent
one?
knives. They're a lot of fun, man.
I like this, and this gets carried a lot for like just around the house stuff that I don't.
I finally
not hard
reached
use.
out to them and finally was like, I have never handled anything from MBK, not a single knife ever, right? And I reached out to Sanford. I was like, Sanford, it's time. I need a couple MBK knives. Whatever you got laying around, I'm not picky. You know, these are my top 3, but whatever. I'm not picky.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, dude, for sure. So finally getting some MBK knives. I'm super
Bro,
pumped.
Sanford
Super
is
nice,
great.
dude. I love that guy.
So
nice.
This one is one of 20 because he did a run of tan micarta and he didn't like the way they came out. So he sent me and Nico each one. And I kept telling him, I was like, bro, I'll get you the money. Every time I get the money, something comes up. He goes, bro, don't worry about it. Like that dude let me have these knives for like a year and a half before I finally was able to pay him for them. He's one of the greatest dudes. And I was
Such
like,
a nice
I definitely want to pay you. But I want to get a couple of them from him just for review and then send back out. I told him, I was like, I'll sharpen them for you. And then you can just tack that price on for, hand sharpen.
God, I got great knives coming in, man. Bunch of shit from MBK.
I bet you play cornhole.
Actually, I love cornhole.
I have cornhole tables as a kid and I play in the backyard.
I love me some cornhole, dude. I would destroy you, Mike. Anyway,
did you see? Like it's in my genes. Like
I still live here. What do you mean? I never.
Yeah, but I still play it too. And then my wife is actually really, really good because she was a softball pitcher. She's a ringer. Like, and we would go to the lake.
She's got that underhand toss down pat. Yeah.
We would go out to the lake where my parents had a camper. Yeah, they had a fifth wheel out at the lake, and everybody was like, "Oh, we don't know. Like, she won't understand a game and shit." And the first time she played, everybody was like, "Nope, I want her on my team." And then I would get into
I'm out in Phoenix all the time. We need to link up next time I'm out in Phoenix, man. I got family and friends of all sorts out in Phoenix.
Are you serious?
I love that town.
Bro, how come you don't let me know you can come out here?
Because I don't know anybody other than you there.
But I know everybody out here, so what's it matter?
Well, I'm just saying it's an easy stop. Jump over to Cue Ball's joint in Phoenix when I'm already in Phoenix. Or Ahwatukee, more or less. Cool town. I want to live in Phoenix really bad.
What happened with Shane? I missed something. Shane, what Sugar Shane put up here? What happened with Shane? Somebody.
What the fuck, man?
I don't know. Somebody, I can't. Somebody tell me what's going on with Shane.
We need to be filled in. I'm in heart failure?
Wait, what?
That's not real.
What
do you mean you're in heart failure? What are you talking about, Shane?
That's what I'm curious about. Like, what's going on here?
He's talking about. Get out of town. Know. That's not real. That's not real. You're fucking with us.
Well, I know.
He says I'll be lucky if I live another 6 years. Just eat your carrots. Just eat your carrots, man. You'll be fine.
I mean, I think that Shane already had heart surgery once. He's unwell.
Nothing new. Well,
nothing new. That's what I thought.
And I for one, Shane, let me tell you, I don't approve. Tell your heart to get it together.
Tell your heart, get it together. Don't they have like that Jarvik? Don't they have those fake hearts? I mean, didn't they just? I saw a news story where they just like implanted a pig heart. You'll be fine. They give you a pig heart.
A guy I went to high school with, grew up with him. He got his medical degree, and from which one's the Ivy League? Penn's Ivy League, right?
No, Penn State isn't. I don't know.
Penn. Not
like
Penn State, Penn.
Like ink pen?
P-E-N-N. Penn.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's low tier Ivy League. Anyway, he got his medical degree from there. He works for a company that develops pacemakers, and his job now is to oversee. He has to be in the operating room and oversee the installation and make sure it's programmed properly. Which is really funny because our entire lives growing up, he's very weak stomach, so I don't know how
Yeah.
he does that. But they're working on like a literal sleeve that goes around your whole heart and just keeps it going. And,
Wow.
oh my God.
So we had
Am
a
I-
guy that was actually a pacemaker when I was in high school, and he would be in a golf cart yelling at you as you ran laps around the football field. That was
Yeah.
the
your
pacemaker.
shit
That was the
up,
only
kid.
pacemaker.
Fuck shit
You're
up.
never getting out of here.
I'm here to fuck shit up. Tell him, Pepperoni. I'm here to fuck shit up. Does he look happy?
Not at all. He's a cat. They never look happy.
He's a big fat grumpy puss.
Mine got up on the table. I had left some food on the table. Mine managed to get up on the table, and I came out. And he was in my leftovers, and I was like, "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" And he just looked at me and was like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "That's a bad looking fucking cat right there." I was like, "That I don't think I want to fuck with that big bastard."
Look at this big fucker.
Yeah, you got a
Yum,
big
yum,
cat.
yum, yum, yum. Simba.
God damn, that's a big cat.
Simba. He's fuck. We measured him. He's 4 foot nose to tail, dude.
Jesus.
He's a big boy. Big old
I'm-
fat street cat.
Our cat's pretty fucking big too. And he's got these big fucking paws. And I was like, geez, please don't ever get mad at the dog. I don't want to have to take that dog to the emergency room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dude, we watched a dog for a while. Pepperoni wasn't having it. Fucked that dog up like 3 times. We were like, yikes.
That the
Hell
dog and
yeah.
the cat, the dog
Dude,
and the cat
Shane,
get along great.
another year or two, bro, you'll be as scrawny as me.
No, I don't think that's possible. I've seen Shane. He's bigger than you.
Rude.
No, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. I was like, just like he's like built bigger than you. Like there's like you can
He is.
only.
He's got a lot more density than I
Right?
will ever have.
I had
But at the same time, I've been chocked full of amphetamine since I was 5 years old. So
I had a
my heart will explode when I turn 40. So Shane, you'll outlive me. How's that?
taking
sound?
them ADD meds. So I pissed a chick off here a while back. She was like, "I'm not fat. I'm big boned," and I was like, "Yeah, big boned." I was like, "Yeah, he's really big boned. Like you would have to go to a museum
dinosaur
to
bones.
find. You would have to go to a museum to find bones that fucking big."
Mammoth
What is this?
bones, if you
Well,
will.
This has been fun. I put this up as comedy Wednesday comedy with Kole from Tristate, and we did not disappoint. I don't know what. Did you get to see the thumbnail?
I saw that you sent it to me, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I sent it to you. I was like the always delightful,
The
Was it?
ever
I-
wonderful.
ever wonderful, always
I'm
delightful.
so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. What this? Okay, we need to discuss before we go anywhere. Jesus
Okay.
Christ, the videos that Mike Himmler sends me on Instagram. First off, the one where the guy throws up on the news, I about shit my fucking pants, dude. Sorry, I'm really nervous. I'm so sorry. I'm really nervous. It's the most
wait till
disgusting
it's
thing.
wait till I'm 4 days into because I feel like I can probably sleep tonight. Like I've got enough beer in me. I might take a little bit of NyQuil. I think I can sleep tonight. Let me get 4 days into one of these spells where I can't sleep, and you're gonna start seeing some weird like you'll get shit at like 2 a.m. You grab your phone in the morning. You're like, Mike sent me like 3
What
texts. And
causes
you're like,
that for you?
what
What
the
happens? I
fuck?
don't understand.
It's-
What
it-
happens to you?
it's okay. So since I was like my dad, it happened with my dad too. My dad
Patina
hit
Turner?
puberty. So my dad hit puberty right around 14, 15. Like he just got to where he just didn't sleep at night, except like my dad only got like the most I ever saw my dad sleep was like 2-3 hours a night. Like he would take some naps every once in a while, like 15-20 minute naps. But I never saw him sleep for more than like 2-3 hours. And my sister gets like 3 hours of sleep a night. I get maybe 4. If I get more than like 6 hours of sleep, I actually feel like shit. But then every once in a while, we hit a little spell. It has to do with like our circadian rhythms being really fucked up. And then there's
You
just
also
something.
did live on the other side of the planet for a long
Well,
time.
there-
That didn't
there's
help.
this genetic thing with it. But I will have spells where I'll go like sometimes I'll go 4 days without sleeping, maybe an hour
Dude.
in 4 days.
Even
And then you
with,
reach a point, huh?
even with all the amphetamines coursing through my veins, dude. No way. No way.
But the thing
I
is-
gotta sleep.
The thing is, nothing really works. Everybody gives me, oh, you should take melatonin or you should take this. And I'm like, great, I've tried all that shit. It doesn't work.
Have you tried? You ready for this? It's really gross. It's really gross. You take a banana, right? You unpeeled, and you just toss it in. You
put
just
it in your
toss
booty
it in a
hole?
pot with water, and you boil it for like 10 minutes, and then you drink the water.
I have a feeling that you're just trying to get me to taste
No,
something
no,
disgusting.
dude. I've seen like 15, 20 people test it, and they're all like, "This is the dumbest shit in the world. This is gonna be really gross." And they're like, "Honestly, doesn't taste bad. It tastes like banana." They call it banana tea, and there's some chemical in the peel that is like 10 times more potent than melatonin. And they're like 15 minutes in, I feel really high. I don't feel okay. And then they're like 30 minutes in, it's 7 o'clock. I'm going to bed. I can't fucking do it. It's pretty funny. And then I've seen people boil a whole head of cabbage and do the same thing, same chemical.
I
forget what it's
know.
called.
I'll have to look into it, but it's just kind of a genetic thing. My grandfather had it, and he used it to his advantage. He was a long haul truck driver, so it comes from my dad's side of the family, and we just don't sleep. Like there's times it'll be midnight, 1 o'clock here, and I'm texting with my sister, which means that it's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, now that I think about it, I will have days like that, nights like that, where I'm just like, well, I'm not fucking sleeping for whatever reason, but I don't go days at a time.
It gets weird. It gets weird after, like, today I'm okay and I feel like I can sleep. This was I think I'm on day 3. If I don't sleep tonight, that'll be 4 nights.
Well, I gotta tell you, you've been a lot from where I'm sitting, you've been a lot more mellow than you have been in the past.
That's because I just am on the verge of non-functioning. Like I said, there's no way.
My body is shutting down.
Like there's just no, but you reach a point where, like, after like 4 days, it gets weird. Like you can't pick out what's dream and what's not. Your brain needs to dream.
Yeah.
And even me, I still need to do it, but I run into the period where, like, after like 4 days, like if I don't sleep tonight, tomorrow, I'm going to have to go and just like not do anything.
Have you tried Ambien?
I have an Ambien story for you, but yeah, it doesn't.
Apparently, if you stay up on Ambien, it is like top tier hallucinogen.
Okay, so Ambien never really worked for me great. They gave me Ambien for this, and the first time I took it, it was great. I got like the best night's sleep I ever had.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks later, I tried it, and I had iffy sleep. And I was like, wow, that really didn't work. Like a week later, I used it on a weekend, and I didn't get any sleep. And I just felt weird. Like you said, it was almost like being a hallucinogen. Then as I kept taking it, it got worse. And my wife would tell me, she's like, you were up in the middle of the night making a sandwich. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was in the kitchen eating.
Yeah, it's like a serious side effect. Like people who never sleepwalked will literally sleepwalk all over the fucking place.
Okay, so I didn't take it for a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I got to try it again because I'm so tired. And we were running operations. We were doing like field operations training and shit. So you're up for like 2-3 days in a campsite, just getting like an hour of sleep. And I was like, I got to try and get some sleep. And I took it, and she was pregnant. So I wasn't getting any sleep anyway because she was uncomfortable and she was pregnant. And so I took it, and I went to sleep, and I was like, oh, I'm so sleepy. And I laid down and I went to sleep. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning at Popeye's Chicken in my underwear with my pew-pew on the passenger seat. And I was like, what the fuck did I do? So I like cracked the chamber. I'm like, okay, I didn't fire it. It still smells clean.
I didn't kill anybody.
And so I drove home, and I'm like, God, don't get fucking pulled over. I was like, what the fuck? And I never took it again.
But what amazes me is like the human brain can quite literally go on autopilot. Can literally go on autopilot and get you wherever your brain decides. But it'll get you there. Like you never hear stories, at least I haven't, of like people like getting in a horrible car accident in their sleep. It's always them successfully arriving and then returning.
I've heard stories of
it's crazy
killing people while they were sleepwalking. Right, I have heard that. Now I quit taking it, but like I get in that same thing. Like after like 4 days, if I don't sleep for 4 days, if I go through this, I will get to where I'm like almost like hallucinating. And wow. you can't tell what's dream and what isn't. It's weird.
Yeah. The human mind does not like it. The brainy no like it.
But
Miguel,
I feel really sleepy. Like I feel like I could lay down right now and go to sleep, but I'm still having fun. So I want to push it because the longer I push past this, the easier it's going to be to go to sleep as soon as we break from this. So I had Polly on the other night, and I had one of my most lucrative live feeds because Polly doesn't like the cowbell. And so Polly was on the live, and everyone was donating just because Polly was like, Havoc.
I hate the fucking cowbell. That's why I stopped wearing. I don't know if you noticed. I don't have headphones on. That's why I stopped wearing headphones when I come on.
Is it really that loud?
It is if you have headphones on. It's really loud.
Oh, okay. I would say because if it's that loud for everyone, I told everyone I bought a gong. Did I tell you I bought a gong before I had this? So before I got the cowbell, I actually bought a gong, and it was like this big, and it had like the stick with the like what you would see for a fucking bass drum for like a drum line.
Oh yeah, no.
And it had the
I was in high
thing
school band. I was in marching band, my guy.
And so
I was a percussionist.
It had one of those, but the thing was heavy. It was like this big brass thing with a metal frame. And I would have to, and I tried using it. I was like, nah, that's going straight back to Amazon.
But that's a hell of a workout, just straight deadlifting that thing straight out.
I'm 47 and I'm retired from the military. I don't give a fuck about my upper body strength anymore. I don't care. I've been married for 20 years. I ain't got no one to impress.
Does my dick work? Check.
Sometimes.
Nothing else matters.
Every other Tuesday. It might no.
Yeah.
Hit this thing like me, fucking popsicle sticks and some tape.
Oh, I got something I wanted to show you real quick before we end. I got this recently. I don't know if you saw that.
God, that is hideous.
Isn't that something?
Is it better if I hold it further away?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay.
It's still loud, but at least it's not breaking your microphone. Perfect.
There we go. As long as I'm wearing the headphones. If I'm using the computer microphone, you're fucked. Thank you, Sharif.
I gotta tell you though, this has the nylon
how much did you
washers.
pay for that? How much did you pay for that? Fucking.
Do you really want to know?
I'm gonna. Okay, let me. It's a Spyderco. It's a discontinue. When did they discontinue it?
9 years ago. I don't fucking
9
know.
years ago. I'm gonna say 150.
This was a sprint run 9 years ago, by the way. It was discontinued in 1999.
Let's see. I'm gonna still say you're gonna be. What's the steel on it?
VG10.
I'm saying you're gonna be around the 150, 175 range, even with it being that old.
Seki City, Japan. Quality materials.
Yeah.
Look at where the lock bar access is. It's way back here. It's not here. It's back here.
It looks like an angry manatee.
I've heard crocodile. I've heard all kinds of shit. Kind of a long-nosed frog, which I guess is just a crocodile.
Yeah, I can see that.
But you were right. Yeah, one. I think I paid $159.
I was right in that. I was in that ballpark. I used to buy Spyderco knives. I actually, when we moved out, I found like everybody's like, you hate Spyderco. I had several Spyderco catalogs that I pulled out, and I got rid of them because I should have kept them just for nostalgia, but we were moving and I didn't need them. So
yeah, it's something. I do want to pass it around just so all of my fellow YouTubers can confirm that it is a horrendous piece of shit.
What was the thought process behind that? I don't
know. I think it's obviously the way it's ground. It's made to be more like a push knife. You know what I mean? Like,
hey, do me a favor, close it for a second.
I gotta tell you, it's way more comfortable closed in hand.
Okay, I'm wondering if that was meant to be like a pain compliance kind of like.
Yes, that's all I could think of. Like,
yeah,
this
like
is really,
almost like a Kubotan, like up behind your ear, up under your nose, shit like that.
That hurts. Like, this shit hurts. This has a lot of sharp edges on it.
That has to be what that was.
And look at where the cutouts are for ergos up here. So your thumb goes right here.
Yeah, I guarantee that was
right here. And you can go in right here. This is really comfortable. This is really comfortable. It's more comfortable closed. The guy is a yogi and like a Hindu Vishnu yogi kind of guy. Peace and all that good stuff.
Like that dude that's put his arm up for like the last 25 years. Do you see the video about that dude?
Isn't his arm like this big around?
Yeah, it's like his arm. I decided to put my arm up 30 years ago. I'm like, fucking why?
Who feeds him?
I mean, who fucking care? Like that's the weird thing. Like I've been to India. Those guys, they don't do anything for themselves. Like they just live off. They're like in the States, we would call them bums.
Yeah. Well, look at the state of the place. Every major city is trashed.
That's not true. I've been to India
What?
and it was not. No, actually, I loved going to India. It was. I don't get me wrong. It is bad, but it's not like. I'll tell you what. I'll
Just
take
dirty.
India.
I'm just saying dirty.
I'll take India over San Francisco or LA any day of the fucking week.
I'll
You
take
wanna talk
Japan
about
over
fucking-
every country on the planet.
Yeah, I love Japan too. I mean, I was there for 13 years. Thank you.
I told my wife, I said, if I ever make any substantial amount of money, we'll have a small apartment in Kyoto or Tokyo or some shit, just as forever. We'll like Airbnb that shit, and then we'll go out there like once a month.
My father-in-law wants me to find a job in Japan and move over there. He's like, you can move in the house with us. And I'm like, what about Big Brother? He goes,
Hey, my boy.
he's like, because his oldest son is, because you have the Chonon, which is the first son.
Well,
And
shit,
that-
don't like English and Japanese speakers get paid a lot of money to teach over there?
Not where my in-laws are. Like I could work for the company that my father-in-law had as a tool sharpener at the company my father-in-law worked for, but I would never. The problem is, as much as my in-laws treat me just like I'm one of their own kids, the rest of the Japanese society would not. I'd always be a second-class citizen because it's just it
They
really
are
is
the most racist people in the world.
It is. My in-laws aren't, but the rest of the community would be. But like my father-in-law,
The irony, there's a lot of irony though, because they do hold American pop culture at a very high regard, right?
yeah,
But
yeah, they do.
They hold Americans like me and you at a lower regard. It's very funny.
it
They
depends.
were
Like,
all very nice to me. I felt like a god.
well, like my father-in-law, like I said, my father-in-law, mother-in-law do not make any distinction between me and their other children. I'm just one of their children. But so when my father-in-law told me, I was like, if you find a job, you can move in here. And I was like, what about the big brother, the oldest son? And he's like, oh no, he's gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so
Bye-bye.
we went to a Bonenkai, which is the New Year's party for his company. And
Did you wear the
no, I wore suits. I have some really nice suits that my rich ass fucking father-in-law bought for me, like really, really nice ones. Because they're fucking rich. He was a fucking master carpenter. So at any rate, we go to this Bonenkai, this crisp like New Year's party, and we're walking around, and Papa got drunk. He got shitty, and I was like, he's introducing me to his coworkers. Now my brother-in-law is with me. His oldest son, his Chonon, is there with us, and he's introducing me as the number one son. And I'm like, Papa, you're making some static.
Number one?
between-" He's
Number
like,
one,
oh,
son."
what do you want? Ichiban. I was like, oh, Papa. And I could see every time he do it, my brother-in-law is just looking at me like fucking like
dude.
he's gonna
That's
try
like
to kill me.
that's like what you see in the movie. Like the Yakuza boss is like ignores his real son.
Yeah.
And takes on the new guy. That's literally a fucking movie.
Yeah. Well,
And
that
then
was
the real son gets revenge, kills the father,
That's-
goes after the second son.
That's what
That's
I'm
a
afraid
movie.
of. I'm doing okay. So Matthew Clay. I'm doing a live feed with Pete from Cedric and Ada on Friday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you
What
guys are
time?
here.
What time are you doing that?
7:30. Always 7:30 Pacific. So that's 10:30 your time.
What time is
started-
it for him?
2 p.m. on Saturday.
The next day. Yeah.
But
Are they in the
so-
same time zone as Japan?
Nah, I don't.
Where
think
is
so.
he? I forget where he is.
He's in Australia.
I know, but Australia's not small. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
it's not. I think he's. I'm going to ask him again because I had some questions about that, but I'm not real sure. But you want to talk about causing some static between me and both of my brother-in-laws? The last that same time I got ready to come back here to San Diego, and my father-in-law gave me a gift, and he gives me this envelope, and inside it was $10,000 in brand new, uncertain, like brand new fucking bills.
Bruh.
And he hands it to me, and I was like, I was like, Papa,
What is
I
that?
don't
What
want
is
this.
that in yen? A million? That's $1 million, right?
No, you just add 2 zeros.
100
just
grand.
put-
100
yeah.
grand.
So he hands this to me, and I'm like, Papa, I don't want this. Take this and you guys make a trip and come visit. And he was like, oh no, you're keeping it now. And I was like, I don't want the money. I want you to come visit us. But both my brother-in-laws were like, oh, when we were younger, we always asked you for money and you never gave us. And my father-in-law looked at both of his sons and were like, I give Mike what he doesn't ask for because you always asked for
Right.
it.
Right.
And
you
he's like,
never, yes.
He's
Yeah.
like, you always come to me like this, and Mike always comes like this. And I was like, oh shit, Papa. Like,
Yikes. Well, I got an idea for you. If you decide to move to Japan, call up Seki City Spider Co. Be the guy that does their fucking final grinds.
He tried to get me a job as an apprentice knife maker up in Seki City area because he didn't want me to leave. He was like, we could figure it out. You'd be up there. I was like, no, I really need to go back. I had a 6-figure a year job then.
Cash
Who
money.
the fuck doesn't like Spyderco knives? I don't typically. It's not that I don't like Spyderco knives, Trey. It's just that I think they overcharge and underdeliver.
Right,
I
sounds
will.
like Benchmade.
Yeah, and that's the same thing I say about Benchmade. I will say though, I really do like this PM2. I'm not joking. Like I'm digging on this PM2 right here.
Yeah. I love I just have an S30V PM2. I put aluminum honeycomb scales on it. I love that knife.
I love
the blade geometry's great.
I
Super
just-
slicey.
Well, and it's that 10V steel. Once I got it sharp and I felt the edge it took, I was like, oh yeah, I like this. It's
that's
nice
the
and
other thing.
thin and
You gotta
slicey.
admit, if there's one thing Spyderco does pretty damn good, it's a heat treat.
No, that's not
Especially
true.
on this, well,
I've had
lately-
more. I've had more
lately-
knives. I've had more
lately.
knives with fucked up heat treat from Spyderco than any other company. I know they have probably gotten better, and I will say
That's
they
what I'm saying.
had,
The last 3 years.
but still, I just don't see the value proposition being there. I think they're still just too pricey.
No, and especially not on their basic models that they keep shoving down our throats. I always go out of my way to make a point. I'm like, Spyderco, if you're gonna charge us a fuckload of money for relatively basic higher end materials, give me something insane. Give me something off the wall, dude. Like the Yojimbo, the Canis was crazy. All that crazy grind work they did on it. Give me
The anus,
like the stovepipe.
the
but
Spyderco
that's
rectum.
Too much
Oh,
money
you mean
for the
the
stovepipe.
Canis? I thought you said there was Spyderco anus, and I'm like,
Yes.
also known as the rectum.
I have one. I love it.
Damn. I have one coming in for sharpening from a local customer here.
It's I think you'll appreciate the grind on it. It's pretty interesting. Pretty cool.
He said his doesn't cut for shit. He said it's
Mine's a
yeah.
laser beam, dude.
And that's what he was hoping because he wanted to carry it as a self-defense tool, and he said that it just is hot trash.
If he got his early, the first few runs, they cooked the fucking edge. They just cooked it.
Yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. And I don't like S30V. S30V I feel is chippy. People argue with me, and I'm like, it's. They're like, oh no, it's not, and I'm like, I hate to differ with you, but there's a reason.
Here's the thing.
I went out of my way to
if
get an
it's-
S90V blade in some of
If
my
it's a
shit.
cooked edge too, and you go to sharpen it or you go to strop it, all you're gonna do is rip off, whatever's there that's making the edge, and you get these tiny little microchips, right? So it'll still slice great. It'll still slice great, but you'll feel it. You'll feel like these little salty catching as you go.
I run my thumbnail, just no pressure, and you can feel all those little clicks and chips and things like that.
And you'll never see them. You put that bitch under a microscope, you might see them.
Yeah,
but
I have a microscope.
Even with an eye loop, I have a 10x loop that I use. You won't see them. I mean, they're so small, but they affect the performance, man.
How do they do it? How is it Hogue can make a Deca in the US and sell it for 160? It's why? Because they're not overpricing their shit.
Yes, because they take the cut that they need to make it profitable and nothing more, and the dealers are able to price it at a place where they can make a little bit of money. Everybody makes a little bit of money off the knives. Everybody's happy.
I'll tell you that
Spyderco and they got greedy. That's what happened with Spyderco.
Same thing that happened with Benchmade. And like I said, back in the day, I've said it so many times, when Benchmade was Pacific Cutlery, You couldn't find a better knife. You couldn't. They were the pinnacle. They were the top tier
Yeah,
of American
that's
made
why so
knives.
many old guys love them so much, right?
Yeah, and then
my dad loves Benchmade. He's like, oh, they were always the best. I always wanted one. You know, when I was in my 20s, you know, back in the whenever 80s, late 70s, early 80s, when he was in his 20s.
Yeah,
he always wanted one.
And I'm not gonna lie, like this is a great knife. It's an S90V. This thing is great, but the only reason is because it was free. This was a gift, and so was the S90V blade that I put in my Franken 40. Where'd he go? Did his chair finally collapse? Oh no, there he is.
No, this is the only Benchmade in the line that I see any value in because it's over $200.
Is that the Freak?
The Super Freak, yeah.
Super Freak, yeah. I like that knife. Don't get me wrong. That is a great knife.
Amazing ergos.
But guess what?
The QC on this was great.
But guess what? There's a knife that looks almost identical to that, and it's made by Hogue, and it's done better.
The Ritter.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a fucking great knife. Here's the thing. Like Benchmade and Spyderco, they got greedy and they're fucking their customers, but the customers don't realize it because now they're like the Pokemon cards of the knife world, where like, especially Spyderco, oh, we're going to release the same knife in 4 steels and 3 different colors and different configurations. And I'm like, it's the Yu-Gi-Oh Pokemon cards of the knife community. Benchmade is just, they're trying, but their quality control is just not great, especially when it comes down to their grinds. And then you have a company like Hogue that is putting out knives that are way better
and
at a lower price.
Stupid slicey, amazing grinds.
So good.
And they're not even a knife company. You know what I mean? Like they weren't even a knife company.
I didn't even know that Hogue made knives until a few years ago. I was like, are you going to Hogue knives? And I was like, I got Hogue grips on a Pew Pew. I was like, I have a lot of grips. I have like my Smith & Wesson model, my 44 Magnum has Smith & Wesson Hogue grips on it. My competition revolver. And they're great. And I was like, I did not know they made knives. And so I made sure I stopped by USN the first time I ever saw them at a knife show. And I was like, this is a thing? You guys make knives? And I got the handle and I'm like, well, they're making good knives.
Yeah. Guess what? They're cheaper, they're better, and it's not even a knife company. And Benchmade and Spyderco have been around for 35, 40 fucking years, and they're making poo-poo for too much money.
And I was talking with a guy that's really good friends with the owners of Spyderco earlier today, and I was like, look, here's the thing. Like, I get it. Like, you're really.
What are you talking about, Matthew? What post?
He's asking about the posts on that knife that he was trying to get apart earlier, and everybody told him they come out, but they don't. But he can't get them out, I suppose.
Okay.
No, now I forget what I was talking about because I haven't slept.
The owners of Spyderco.
Oh, so he was like, oh, I still support Spyderco because I'm friends with the owners and I know Sal, and I was like, yeah, but Sal is letting his son run the company into the fucking ground, and he goes, well, family things. And I'm like, no, I don't, because if I owned a company that was worth that fucking much and my daughter was fucking it up, I'd be like, guess what? You're not doing shit with this company anymore.
We're bringing in a CEO. We're going to sell it for a fuckload of money and we're going to retire.
I wouldn't do that.
That's what my parents are going to do.
I'd just hire somebody that could run the goddamn company for her. And I'd be like, look, you'll still make money. Just stay the fuck away from it because you're fucking up everything I worked for.
Here's what fixes Spyderco. It's this fucking easy, right? You bring in a CFO that is a fucking money wizard, right? You bring in a CEO that has a background in marketing and a background in engineering, preferably, or machining. He's been around the manufacturing world. And that's it. Like, that's it. We need somebody that's good at marketing so they can talk to the community, right, and get feedback. We need somebody that's good with numbers so they can maximize their profit without price gouging us. And they need somebody that has a background in manufacturing and supply chain. Just 3 people can.
He's asking if the pins come out of your Super Freak. That's exactly the knife that was in your hand. He's asking if the posts for the back spacers come out.
These? Oh fuck, dude. They do. The only way I was able to get these out. See these tiny little T6 guys right here?
I think he's talking about the ones further down on the other end. Those.
Yeah, they come out. But
Okay.
the issue is they use, I don't even know that they use Loctite. They use fucking super glue in the factory or some shit. When I took this knife apart, it took me 4 hours to get it apart. I had to use a big industrial soldering iron, and I just set it on the screw.
Yep, that's what I was getting ready to say.
At high temp. So go run to Walmart, buy like a $10 soldering iron, heat that bitch up, and just set it on that screw. And you'll start to smell it when it's ready.
They're probably using red Loctite. If they're using red Loctite, that's about what it takes to get it out.
It's hell.
And while it's hot,
same shit.
I'll tell you what, Nick Shabazz gave me a little tip for that. He's like, heat it up. And if that didn't work, he's like, put the bit in to get yourself a sacrificial like T8. He's like, put it in the
hit it with a hammer
and smack that fucker with a hammer. And I was like, okay, but this Nick Shabazz was telling me this in person, and if you meet Nick Shabazz and he tells you something in person, like you're like, I'm kind of torn on whether I should believe you, because he does not look like the guy that would be giving you advice on how to take apart a knife, even though I know he does it. And I tried it. So I heated that thing up and I smacked it with a hammer, and I was like, holy shit, that worked really fucking good.
You want me to tell you what's even the worst knife I own to get apart? And it's been weeks trying to get it apart. I still can't. Is this fucking Kubi Vagrant? I don't know. I don't know.
Are they spinning? Are the screws spinning?
They are. Yes, they're non-captive, right?
So you need two.
Yes, I have snapped 2 T6 bits. Snapped them, trying to break these fuckers loose. Like broken. I have it here. I have one of them here. I kept it as a reminder. Snapped. Like it's gone. The tip of that fucking thing is gone.
That's why. Are they T6s?
Yes.
I don't like T6s.
They are
I'd
fucking
much rather have T8s.
Fused into those stainless steel liners, dude.
Okay.
Because this knife squeaks, and I want to take it apart and clean it. It like grinds. It goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I'm not reviewing it until I can fix it.
You could always put it in a Ziploc baggie, and just put it inside the baggie. Get as much of the air out of it as you can, and then put it in some boiling water and just boil the fuck out of it, and then pull that thing out and try and get it apart.
The standoffs are stuck. Then just like wrap a fucking flathead screwdriver and electrical tape, put it on the standoff, hit it with a fucking hammer. It'll come right off.
Or you could, if you can get the standoff, if you can get the screws off and you get the side off, you could.
He has the screws off, apparently.
Well, I'm saying if you can get one scale off and you can't get the other side, then just take a pair of pliers and wrap it.
It sounds like you can't get either scale off, is what it sounds like.
Reach out to me and we'll get it figured out.
Go to Home Depot, get those pliers that open in reverse. You know what I'm talking about? They open.
Oh
outward.
yeah. The split ring.
Spongers or spruigers.
No, they're split. They're split ring for the split ring
for
washers.
O-rings. Yeah.
O-rings for opening them up. Yeah, I know exactly. What
Use one of those.
Hey,
I have one of those. I've had to hit it with a hammer a time or two, but that'll work.
Future me was good to myself, and I packed a bunch of beer in that cooler.
It's 1 o'clock, and you're cracking open a beer. You wild man.
Fucking 10 o'clock here, and I plan on sleeping.
I gotta get to bed.
I plan on getting some sleep tonight.
I gotta drive my ass to Kentucky in the morning. Yay! Probably
You're
pick
in
up
Cincinnati.
another case
That's like you could throw a football and hit Kentucky.
Yeah, you can. Here's the issue, right? Normally, 15-minute drive, but there are 6 bridges from Cincinnati into northern Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Like 3 of them are under construction and completely out of commission right now.
Hey, okay, so we used to joke about this, and I said this on a live feed one time, and people did not get the joke. The flower of Ohio's national flower should be the
state
road
flower.
cone.
Is what?
The state flower of Ohio should be the construction barrel, because they pop up every fucking spring and they stick around till winter.
Baby. I-75 has been under construction for
your whole life,
30 years. Yeah,
since you were born. Because I know that because it was under construction when I was a kid, and I'm 47.
Yeah.
It's just
horrible. It'll never be done. Guess what? It's done in Kentucky.
There's
The
a
Commonwealth did it.
There's a 2-lane. So driving from Coshocton to Cambridge is 2 lanes north, 2 lanes south. My entire life, I can't ever remember being able to use both lanes.
It's one or the other, baby.
It's either
one or the other. As soon
either-
as they fix one,
They're
the other
doing
one's
the
broken,
other.
and they just switch. They're just hopping back and forth, dude. Welcome to Ohio.
That's like, talk about job fucking security. And I'd never see anyone doing a goddamn thing.
Yep. Adon, I'm always QB family Thanksgiving, baby, and my team always wins. I can kick a football too. Just because I play tennis now doesn't mean I wasn't a pigskin boy as a child.
I can't throw a football anymore. I've had so many surgeries. I tried to throw a football. My buddy was like, "Hey, you used to play football."
well,
He used to
yeah,
play
I mean-
football all the time, and he was like, "Throw me one," and I'm like, "Ah!" And I threw it like 12 feet. I'm like, "God, that
What
doesn't
people
work
don't
anymore."
understand is how hard tennis is on the body, right? 15 years of tennis at a semi-professional level is brutal. So I can get 30 minutes of throwing a football in before my entire right arm, my shoulder, my upper back is gone, because the service motion is this crazy spaghetti noodle motion.
It's
And
bad
if
on
you
your
do it wrong,
joints.
you are just ripping ligaments and tendons from every fucking bone on your body.
I can't throw anything anymore. Right? I would to do it. Like everybody's like, "Oh, you could like you'd have to teach yourself to do it left-handed," and I was like, I don't know if you know this. Everyone has 2 hands. They look almost identical, but you have one.
Really?
You have one that's normal, and then you have one that is apparently autistic. And you can see this. You can see this interaction between dumb hand and smart hand when you tie your shoes.
The
You tie your
weak hand.
shoes.
You always have a weak hand.
Yeah, so your right hand, like your dominant hand, gives your left hand like hold that, and then you make the X, and you're like, all right, hold this again, like make a loop. No, fucking do what I did, make a loop. Now hold it, just fucking hold it. That's all I was to do.
Listen to me.
In fact, all right, now just hold it. Now pull them the same at the same fucking time. Like you can see that interaction between your hands every time you tie your shoes, and it's like twins. It's like having twins that one of them is like normal and the other one came out like a little bit damaged.
It's one special,
Just one's a
Just
little
a little.
special.
little special.
And everybody that just watched this, the next time they tie their shoes is going to do that in their head. And you know they are.
Well, I mean, as you were doing that, I was literally visualizing it and been like, yep.
Yeah, it's absolutely
This is
true.
my special hand. This is my special hand.
I mean, it's like having a special kid. You love it, but sometimes you get frustrated because it's fucking useless. You're like, why?
You love it, but sometimes
Why
you
the
hit it with the
fuck?
tactical shovel.
Like I put things on it. That's why you wear your watch and your wedding ring on your left hand, because that's all it's good for.
Because he's chilling.
He's chilling. He's just like
I call him the stranger. That's what I call him.
I broke my hand in high school. I have still only ever used my left since high school. So I have no problem. I don't have to switch the mouse because I'm scrolling right-handed.
Same. Oh, I got you.
Now you get it. Now you get it. I was trying to keep it under the wire to see how long it took for you to catch that. Right? Now you get it. Now you get it.
And now I get it.
That was
Hello, it is me, the dirty French boy. I will touch all of your women. Uh-huh.
I was sitting here. The best part of that for me was watching you as it sunk in, and I saw it light in. You're like,
Dude, it's 1 a.m., right? It's been a long day. I'm like looking down and I'm like literally holding my mouse and I'm like, same. I do. Obviously, I'm scrolling my right hand. And then I looked over at my left hand and I was like, I see. Okay. You dirty boy.
dirty boy, you.
Fucking
Well-
Han Solo looking motherfucker.
I'll tell you what, this is always a blast, and I love having you on. Next time I have you on, we'll have to do it on a Friday where we don't have anything going on, and we can just see how long we can keep up and keep going. But not this Friday because I got Pete from Cedric and Ada coming on.
PD, I'm pumped. I'm pumped to see Pete.
It's going to be a blast. And like I said, that's like one of the few people that like everybody has that person that they have like that fanboy thing for. I love Pete's channel. And the fact that I like the first time I got to talk to Pete, I was like, it was like being starstruck. I know a lot of like Bob Terzuola and guys like that. Talking to Pete, I was like, holy shit, I'm talking to Pete from Cedric and Ada.
Yeah, dude. Excuse me. Yeah, it makes it so much better when they're like a fucking sweetheart. And Pete's a clown. Pete's a fucking clown.
That's
dude.
what I'm saying. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah,
It's going to be a lot like this. I have a
Don
sneaking
Miguel,
suspicion.
Pete's a Giga Chat.
Yes.
Giga Chat, bro.
Yes. Only he's an actual Giga Chad, not like Jack Murphy. Never mind. We're not going to get into that.
Sinister Knife, you just ruined every potential jerk-off session I will have for like the next few days. He goes, next time you look at that beautiful left hand, just remember it's sinister. Cool, bro.
Yeah. Mine's not sinister. Mine's luscious. I make sure I use like this one is like really soft and everything.
I keep this one in a bag of lotion.
Like I put a bag of lotion around it when I go to bed, and I
give it the hand model treatment. I sleep with oven mitts full of lotion.
Have you seen? Okay, this is the last thing. Have you seen those plastic slippers that you put on that you put lotion in and you put them on your feet? Have you seen those things?
That sounds very Japanese to me.
No, it's not. It's very like Midwest fucking TV shopping.
Oh, the HSN. I love the Home Shopping Network.
That's the first thing. When I told my sister I was having Jim Skelton on, she's like, isn't he the watch guy from like HSN? And I was like, I'm so telling him. He's like, it was QVC. Like his sister said, wasn't he the guy that did the watches on QVC? And I'm like, he did watches, but I don't think it was QVC.
Can you imagine Jim fucking Skelton on QVC? Jesus Christ.
Jim actually was on one of those home shopping networks.
He was?
Yes, he was, but it wasn't QVC.
Cutlery Corner or some shit.
No, it was watches. He sold watches. Really? Yeah.
Wow, what we have here. Beautiful, beautiful timepiece. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Go look it up.
I can do that job. I can fucking do that job. If insurance doesn't work out, QVC, call me up. HSN, hit me up, bro.
No, you did, but they would flip out because they're like, oh, he sounds so good on his YouTube channel, and you come in for the actual audition, and I sound like this.
Dude, you tell me all that money in that studio, they can't slap a voice modulator on me? Come on.
They probably could, but why not just hire somebody that doesn't sound like a cartoon character?
I can do it here for free. It's great.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to end it. It's been almost 3 hours, and you have to go to work. And if we don't just stop, we're going to keep going. And the sun.
Yes, it's a slippery slope, my friend. It is.
So,
it's always a pleasure.
I always enjoy having you on. That's like I said, always a blast to have you on, Kole. So, guys, if you don't follow Kole, well, fucking go follow him.
Please, 100 of you stopped. Probably because Google's dumb, but whatever.
Whatever. So, all right, guys, I'm out. I'm going to close this. Take it easy. And end.